All right. We with you. Have a little technical difficulties here, fam. Y'all put one in the chat if y'all can hear us. Shout out to the Who That Nation. We in this thing. Appreciate y'all. All right. Okay, my second stream there. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all being in here. All right. So we watching some of the Saints stuff right now. We see the running back number 28. I think Spiller gets the ball. My stream might be a little behind on that. And they get third and manageable. Kind of short on the drive. Shout out to the fam, man. We seen Jameis open up the drive and kind of had a few plays there. Ultimately, he threw the pass behind A.T. Perry. That was not a good throw by James. Could have been a lot better. But Spiller comes in there and gives him a 3rd and 5 on the play. The Chargers in the shotgun stick there from their own 20, I want to say the 26th, 27-yard line. And ball is out, taking a deep shot down the field, and it's about 3 yards overthrown to the wide receiver number 84 to the right side of the field. So that'll be 4th and 5 for the Chargers. They get on out of there. And on the play, it was number 21. Who was that? I want to say it was Bradley Roby on the coverage, but it was just not a good throw by Stick. It was way out there. And really, the Saints got a little pressure in there, kind of made them nervous. Kind of threw it on out there. So good play by the Saints defense. We got Marcus. Is that let me see who's back there. Got a Hugo Amadi's on the return at from the punt, and he catches it from the Saints 19, scats around, gets to the 30, the 35-yard line to the 36, and gets down. So yeah, not bad by Hugo Amadi as he takes it down. So shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all hit the like button for your boy. We up in this thing. Covering the Saints preseason game, fam. How y'all feeling about that? Let me get some of y'all commentaries in the chat, man, on what's going on with this. How you doing, Scoop? Shout out to the fam. Appreciate everybody in the building. Hoodie, my friend. How you doing, sir? Brother Robert, that boy alone, and the rest of the fam. Much love to everybody up in this thing, man. We doing it. Yeah. All right. So we seen the first drive. No car on this drive or in the game. Period. They started off with what they did with Jameis, man, and we'll see how it all shakes and goes moving forward. So in a second, I just want to get this preseason stuff over with, fam, so we can move on to the next thing. You hear? That's what I want to see. I want to get to the games that count. All right, shout out to the fam, man. All right, hey, how you doing, baby? Much love to K and the rest of the fam. Brother Neville's in this thing. Debbie, shout out to you. All of the fam. Snake Bite, good to see y'all. OG Jerry in the building. Honest Abe, shout out to you. J Sticks Jefferson, how you doing, sir? Much love. All right, Farouk, how you doing, sir? Big ups to you. 504 Cole, what's popping, baby? I'm in this thing. Melissa, how you doing, Queen? Appreciate y'all and the rest of the fam for being here. Dog the writers in there. All right, Black Preacher Man, how you doing, sir? Much love to you. Terry, how you doing, sir? Much love. Michael, shout out to you. All right, yeah, we already we got the shooters are in this building. They got the guy. Slade, shout out to you, brother. Yoshi, how you doing, fam? All right, if y'all can hear me, give me a one, man. If y'all can hear me right now, we should be all good. Adrian, how you doing, my friend? Appreciate you being in the thing. Tim, shout out to you. All right, Kevin Conley, what's happening, baby? Good to see you. Philip, how you doing, sir? All right, yeah, cute. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you seen him get there. A lot of people had questions about whether or not you know Isaiah Foskey would make an impression, and you see him getting there and making some plays. Like I told you, it's nothing to worry about with Isaiah Foskey. He'll be fine, man. He just got to learn some of the ropes. That's all. We good on. I'm good. I'm good. Isaiah Foskey's gonna be fine. All right, AJ, how you doing, my friend? Appreciate you. KK, shout out to you, baby. Much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all being here, man. All right, Jerry, how you doing, sir? Jerry Lewis, shout out to you. True Hurts, I see you, fam. Appreciate you. Chilling with y'all, man. Just doing the do, man. We all good, man. All right, what's up, Earl? Shout out to you. Here go Jameis under center. Mine might be a little underused. Jameis is under center. Two wide receivers to the right, hands the ball off to the wide receiver. Kendre Miller gets stopped about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, trying to get to the right. He kind of looped the loop, spunt around, and the Charger defense was right up on him. Using an alternative stream here, fam, my regular stream, which is kind of giving me problems, so I had to kind of adjust for the game. So we good though. All right. So yeah, indeed, man, we seeing the what they can do. Okay, you got two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Jameis in the shotgun with a wide receiver to his left. There's the snap out of the shotgun. Jameis looks to the right, scrambles to the left, looks, moves out of the way, holds the ball a little too longer, and then he goes down. Look like just shy of the line of scrimmage again. And Jameis had all kind of time. Just throw the ball away, Jameis. Just throw the ball away, man. You had all kind of time right there. Got out of trouble. Just throw the ball, Jameis. Throw it away. When he tucked it down, and the guys got to him on the play. So at all kind of time, Jameis, you got to get rid of the ball, sir. And I don't know what the hell Pennon doing. Pennon was standing up there just Becky, just watching. There's the play. Jameis takes the shot, throws it down the sideline. And let's see, I can't see exactly who that is. Number that's A.T. Perry, it appears, makes the catch from him. Jameis just threw the ball down the line of scrimmage. A.T. Perry was able to get some extra yards on it. Not enough to get the fourth down. Matter of fact, they're 3 yards shy of the first down, and the Chargers defense forced them to punt. So there it is. All right. All right. How y'all feeling about Jameis right now, man? Y'all liking what Jameis is doing thus far in the broadcast? Is Jameis? Yeah, Jameis had a little extra time there. What's up, J Rock? Shout out to you, KB. How you doing, baby? Appreciate you. JT Money. How you doing, sir? All right. Yeah, I seen it, bro. And there's the Saints punting the ball off, and the Chargers, they look like he's gonna fair catch it right at their own 11. So they'll work deep from their own side of the field. The Saints defense hopefully can come out there and kind of make it difficult, force a turnover on them. Yeah, Jameis had a little time there, should have got rid of the ball. And they come up short 3 yards, so they'll have to improve upon the next drive there. But Trevor Penning, you seen him during the play when Jameis was dancing around trying to find time. Trevor Penning standing up there just sightseeing. Do something, bro. Do something. Hit somebody. Push somebody. Matter of fact, the guy that tackled Jameis was a guy that went with he ran right past Trevor Penning and just standing up there watching. You know. All right. He said Jameis makes me nervous. Vic, what's happening, man? Appreciate you. All right. No, no, no. You don't have to be nothing downfield, man. Just throw the damn ball away. That's the point. He had plenty of time to throw the ball away. He had an opportunity, scrambled out of the pocket to extend the play, and then avoided two people and still could have had enough time to chunk the ball toward the sideline. He was next to he was not too far from the sideline. Plus, he was out of the tackle box. He was out of the tackle box, so he could have threw the ball to the sideline or out of the line, man. But in the end, the play has to be something you learn from, because you had an opportunity. If you had not taken that loss, you probably would have converted. So I mean, that's what they're saying. All right, Earl says, "Damn it, Q, my black and gold got me believing again." Yeah, well, bro, they got a good team here. They just need to put it together. They just need to put it together. All right, yeah, that's all it is. All right, Scoob, what's happening, brother? How you doing? All right, all right, Int my ninja, shout out to you. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, yeah. But right, he said he got happy feet in the pocket. That's a bad look. Yeah, and see, a lot of times we talked about, Jameis not being comfortable behind his line, but you got a clock in your head. That's the whole point. Having a clock in your head, knowing what time it is, and because you don't have forever in the day to stand back there and watch stuff develop upfield. You got to be able to, if you don't see something for a certain period of time, you either check it down, get outside the tackle box and throw the ball away, but don't sit up there and hold the ball back there and take sacks or whatever that hurt your team. That's what I'm saying. That's the learning lesson about what's going on here. So it'll be all right. All right. So anyway, that Chargers getting ready to get on the field, man. Herbert is just a spectator here. So it's a car in the game. So we'll see a lot of our second team guys in here try to make an impact going forward. So it's a chance we probably won't see the rest of our Saints starter offensive, in terms of car for the rest of the preseason. We'll see. All right, here the Chargers go out of the shotgun. It's a handoff play to the running back. He gets up to the 16-yard line, and there he is as the Saints make the stop. I seen Jalen Smith make a good pop on the previous drive or two, which was he put the smack down on him, and Jalen Smith trying to make the squad, man, and he'll be the second most experienced linebacker on the Saints team outside of Demario Davis, of course. So We got to watch out for that. Make sure keep an eye out on him. All right, here's the play again. Chargers once again try to do something. Saints stuff it right at the line of scrimmage, so nothing's shaking on the second play. It'll bring up third and the same, 3rd and 5. Again, nothing going on with that one. They even might have lost a little bit. Now it's still 3rd and 5. All right, so Chargers, man, what we seeing from the Chargers in the game is we seeing the Saints being kind of being real stingy up front in terms of holding up against the run. The combination of guys that they have there. All right, Chargers in the shotgun. Once again, man in motion from left to right, joins the 2 wide receivers outside in the slot there. There's a snap, ball thrown to the left sideline, and it's knocked away by Jalen Smith, the linebacker. Speaking of Jalen Smith, he's on coverage on the running back out of the backfield, spread out to the left side of the field. Smith was in coverage and made a play and knocked the ball away. So nice play by Jalen Smith, the former Cowboy and Giant linebacker. He made a couple of plays so far. So we got eyes on Jalen Smith, man, making plays. All right, here go to the Chargers going to punt it off from left to right. Lynn Bowden Jr., number 84, is back there waiting for the punt from the San Diego Chargers once they get it. There's the snap. As the punt. Let's see where it lands at. Lynn Bowden is right around the 30 or the 30-yard line. He scrambles backwards, scramble off to the left side of the field, tripped up from behind, and gets down to right around the Saints 40-yard line, I want to say. But yeah, he's kind of a little frustrated there, and they got a flag down. We'll see who it's on. Is it holding against the Saints? Is it against the Saints? Yeah, it might be holding against the Saints here. There's a flag. There's laundry on the field there. They go to call from the official. Holding. It's against the Saints. So, yes, there it is. 10-yard penalty of holding against the Saints on the return game. And what I'll be talking about that return game again? And it wouldn't have mattered. He could have ran it all the way back. It was it was going to come back. So, man, listen, it's very interesting. Yeah, we got to get together on our punt return. So, shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, Scoob, you calling it, brother. He out there making the play. Jalen Smith out there making some plays for the Saints, showing you can do it in coverage. And that athleticism is a part of his game, man. Not a perfect linebacker. It's still some stuff you got to clean up on his game, but you want to talk about him having the athletic ability to cover sideline to sideline. If he sees something, he goes out and get it. You won't have an issue covering like the running back out the backfield. He was able to pick up the proper coverage, get to the guy. Not only that, but get a hand on the ball. It kind of make it difficult for the running back to make the catch out of the backfield, bringing up the 4th down. And Jalen Smith also had a hit early in a couple of series ago from on the defensive side of it to kind of help out. So that's something that Zach Bowen, who he's competing with for the 3rd linebacker position, has struggled with. He struggled with the covering the ball out of the covering line of tight ends, running backs out of the backfield. Jalen Smith doesn't have such problems. All right. Yeah, I know Foul Folks says he's making a statement, man, to be honest with you. Yeah, right, Michael. A lot of penalties early. We got to clean it up, man. We got to clean it up. Tori, shout out to you, brother. Tori, how you doing, sir? All right. Good to see y'all, man. Shout out to the fam, man. BP, how you doing? All right. Shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties. Yes, indeed. Yes, we kind of starting a little sloppy here. We got to clean it up. All right, Black Preacher Man says Smith making a statement to beat out Bowen. Yeah, they've been kind of saving Bowen, man. Really truthfully, if it came down to productive football, I know you want to give some of these draft picks more opportunities than you do. Well, not more opportunity, but really it is when you see a draft pick because they want to see if he can catch on because it makes them look good when they draft these guys. Bowen was a 3rd round draft pick for the Saints. And it hadn't worked for him, so they're trying to give him an opportunity to step up and make a name. And unfortunately, we haven't seen a lot from Zach Bowen. Hopefully, he can kind of turn it up. But he in trouble this year, man. Well, I think he probably still makes the linebacker core too. Jalen Smith doing his thing. All right, Bobby says, yeah, he is better, man. He's definitely that. There's no doubt about it, man. Absolutely. All right. William, how you doing, sir? What's going on? I know, fam. I hope everything's going well with you, my fam. Appreciate you for being here. It's all good. Tragic said all day. Oh, yeah. All day. Indeed. All right. Here goes the play right here, Saints. And there's the throw as Jameis finds Lynn Bowden Jr. off to the sideline. Look like they're going to set it up at the 26-yard line of the Saints. Jameis throws off to the left right there. So pretty cool seeing it. So Jameis trying to get a rhythm there uh, for the New Orleans Saints. So hopefully we can get up the field and have a score on this drive, man. Get a touchdown. So let's go, Jameis. Let's get that score. Let's get that TD, man. Get up in there. 0-0 right now between the two. 2nd and 5. Jameis out the shotgun, throws the ball down the field. We got movement here. Running back up to the next level. That's Lynn Bowden Jr. The speedster was able to get all the way up to the 38-yard line of I won't say the 42-yard. I'm sorry, of the Chargers. So Jameis quick fires it out, and they set up the screen there to the side. He gets a lane, and his speed gets through the seam, and he was able to get up to the 42-yard line of the Los Angeles Chargers, man. So Lynn Bowden, man. So is it any doubt who's going to be the return man? Here we see Hugo Amadi get an attempt. Is Lynn Bowden to do? They're using them all over the field. They see a bunch formation for the Saints to the left with the wide receivers. Hand off to the running back to the left. Finds a little seam, and that is going to be Kendre Miller. He picks up like maybe 3 yards, I want to say. 3 yards on the play, maybe 3 or 4 yards on the run to the left by Kendre Miller. All right. Kendre looks a lot better than what he did in the first preseason game, to be honest with you. And we'll see how it goes. So this is sharpening up to be a pretty interesting series for the Saints, man. Showing a little screen work there. Then he hit him with the run. So there you go. Jameis on the center, running back in the back. You see wide receivers to the left and right of the formation. There is penetration by the Chargers in the backfield, getting Kendre Miller for a loss, maybe a loss of 3 or 4 on 3rd down. And that should bring up that was just Trevor Penning. Trevor Penning just got beat like a drum on the play. And that killed everything. Trevor Penning, get your hat out of the ground, man. Come on. 3rd and 9 on the play. He got just whiffed. I don't know what the heck that was. Shotgun for Jameis. They got 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, running back in protection. Jameis throwing the ball just at the feet of the tight end. No penalty at all. Looked like Jesse James was who he was trying to throw to. It was a terrible thrown ball. I don't know if Jameis was trying to complete that or just get it out of there, man. They had some pressure coming, and Jameis just threw it. Just a terrible throw by Jameis Winston. Just threw it to the left. That wasn't even a catchable ball by Jameis. So, and that guy that was blitzing was far off. And I don't know, Jameis is starting to look like he's showing the deer in the headlight, because he could have made that or completed the ball. Looked like it would have been short, but in the end, the Saints will have to end up punt. So a promising drive turns into garbage for the Saints on that play. Jameis throws an uncatchable ball down into the ground there. And there's the punter right there, kicking the ball off for the Saints. And the Saints will down that ball right at the Chargers 6-yard line. So the last 2, the Saints special team, the punting has done a really good job over the last 2 series, but it's unfortunate that the offense can't take advantage of that. They had, the defense did a good job of getting the Chargers offense off the field. The Saints didn't get the ball around the 40-yard line and don't do a damn thing with it, just throw it into the ground. So the Chargers come back out there. Maybe the Saints defense can kind of help them out by forcing a turnover of some sort, kind of help us get us on the plus side of this thing. All right. Shout out to the fan. All right, man. Y'all talk to me, man. How y'all feeling about the game so far in the chat? Let me know how y'all feel about this thing. All right, here go the Chargers with the play, and they give it to the running back, and he will be thrown down at a loss behind the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play. It's the Roach, Malcolm Roach on the play. Big Roach makes the play. All right, gets the penetration into the backfield, throws the running back or gets the player, the Charger down, and they're back up against the wall. Let's see our Saints defense get a safety out of this thing. Let's get a safety, man. Shotgun for the Chargers from their own 4-yard line. Let's see what the Saints could do here. But we can get an interception or a fumble. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. There's a snap. Ball and Stick is going to try to scramble out of there and trips it forward and gets to the 10-yard line on the play. So it looked like a gain of 5 for Easton Stick. Saints had them. The secondary had good coverage. And Stick said, let me go ahead on and just see what I can do. And he kind of scrambled for about 5 yards and makes it 3rd and 5. So he gets a little room off the end zone. And look at that. The Saints had him. It just broke containment, man. Wow. And then he was able to get the little yards. But anyway, we'll see what the Saints can do on 3rd and 5 right here. Sticking the shotgun once again. Waves over some protection to his left. He got 2 wide receivers to the right, one to the left. There's a snap out of the shotgun, ball thrown. We got a penalty. It's a catch to down to the 24-yard line, but there's a flag down on the play. And let's see who it's against. Flag came out before the catch was made. So we'll see what's going on with the play with 50 seconds left in the first half. All right. It's an illegal hands to the face, declined by the Chargers, and it was against who the hell was that? It was against Paulson Adebo, according to what they're saying here. So hands to the face there, and that was some BS, man. Come on, man. That was a BS call, man. Because he jammed them at the line. If the hands of the face was that, he jammed them at the line. They didn't make the call until after the catch. What kind of crap is this, refs? From the 24-yard line, the Chargers get the first down in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and there is stick. They got pressure. The ball's out and it's caught across the field to the 40-yard line as Adebo drags the wide receiver down, making the catch number 1 for the Chargers. All right, that's Quinn Johnson on the play. It's pretty good wide receiver there, man. And he just broke right on across the field. Adebo was late get there. He got the separation, man, on Adebo. And Easton Stick seen him and made the play. Chargers moving the ball. That'll be the end of the first quarter right there. And that's the end of the quarter. They'll pick up at the second. So hopefully that can break some of their momentum. Looked like they was trying to pick up on something right quick on the play. So the Chargers, man, on the move, man, against the black and gold. Nola East, man, shout out to you, brother. He says the Debo and Roby's trash. Nah, bro, I ain't gonna say that. The guy just got him on the play, man. You know, he just got him. All right, shout out Tasha. How you doing, Queen? Appreciate you for 31 months of being a supporter. Thank you. Appreciate you kindly. Thank you kindly. Free Platinum, how you doing? Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you being here. All right. Yeah, man, it's nothing really baking right now in terms of the Saints offense right now. We can't complete the drive. But what's interesting is despite the fact that we can't complete the drive, defense is doing a pretty decent job. The Chargers are starting to kind of pick up a rhythm moving this thing against the Saints, man. We got to stop all that, man. We got to stop all of that. All right. Shout out to my boy Randolph. Appreciate you, brother. Much love to you. All right. So we'll see how this is good. Yeah. Philip says not a good first quarter for Jameis. Yeah. Let's see if he settles in the second half, man, and makes some, the second quarter, and see if he can make some plays pop and shake for us, man. Gary, how you doing, fam? Appreciate you. Said James looks scared back there. Oh, yeah. Well, does he really look scared? He looks uncomfortable to me. You know what I'm saying, fam? Looks kind of he definitely looks like he definitely looks uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm gonna say scared. He looks uncomfortable to me, you know? Yeah. I mean, come on, Pennington. Yeah, man. Listen, bro. But yeah, it was a couple plays where you're watching Penning, and Penning had one with the Jameis when Jameis was scrambling around to make a play. You know, he scrambled to the left, got outside the tackle box. Then the guy was there, shook him out. There was another guy, he missed him. And then the guy that came from Penning's right side, he ran right past him, and Penning just standing up there sightseeing. Do something. And then, of course, he gets whiffed. He whiffed. I don't know what he was doing. I'm going to call it a whiff. The guy just goes right in front of him. He was supposed to block him. I thought he got confused. The guy shot right past him and then made a play in the backfield. You can't let that happen, Penning. That's 2 negative plays right there, bro. We got to do better than that. All right, so right now, here we go starting the second quarter with Easton Stick there. And look like the Chargers are starting to pick up a rhythm here as they're right at the 40-yard line, right around their own 40-yard line. Easton Stick in the shotgun. He just waved the guy over. So they got 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left, man in the shotgun. Saints showing like they're going to send 5 at them. Let's see if that's the case. And Saints know they're going to send 4, drop the rest in coverage. The ball batted down by none other than Passanio, the big 6'7" behemoth. Bats the ball down. Passanio. And look, Passanio just moves the big guy back, just jumps up and And Passanio's a big dude, man. Plus, he hopping up in the air, man. But listen, Passanio has since he was hurt, I think last year. This year, he totally healthy. Big difference. Passanio is on that end. He doing the damn job. He kind of passed on Passanio in terms of his ability, but he's been pretty solid. Shotgun for stick, looking for the ball out and completed to number one, and maybe a gain of what was it, 5 or so. He threw it 5. They saying 6, and it's Johnson again, number one, making the grab in traffic. 3rd and 4. That was a pretty good throw by Easton Stick, man, because they had nothing but Saints all around him, and he still completed that. He still put that pass in there. Yeah, he put that. Yeah, there was 4 Saints in the vicinity, and Stick was able to stick it right there to Johnson to make it pop. 3rd and 4 now for the Saints. I mean, for the Chargers. Almost 3 minutes they have it, and the shotgun there. Stick looking. Saints come with the pocket. The ball's out, and it's recovered. And the ball is out, recovered by Brian Bresee. He recovers it for the black and gold defense. The Saints come with the pressure, and Stick is a stick in the mud on that one because the ball comes out, and Brian Bresee gets it. So who was responsible for it on the play? I can't see who was responsible for it, but Brian Bresee's on the move. Who was responsible for getting it? Oh, it was none other than Peyton Turner. How about that? Peyton Turner, y'all, gets the sack, and then Brian Bresee recovers the ball, and the Saints get the ball back. Can the offense make points out of this? Defense gave the offense a gimme. So Brian Bresee said, man, I'm going to catch it. I'm going to keep that. I know it's preseason, brother, but I got me a fumble. All right, so the Saints got a short field. They got a short field operating from the Chargers 38. Saints hand the ball off to the left side. There's penetration again, and he's just shy of getting back to the line of scrimmage. More penetration by the Chargers in the backfield, stopping Kendre Miller for a loss of 1 yard on the play. And the guy just got right on through there, and that's not looking good. Saints that line has to solidify and play better than that. Big man got through there from the Chargers and busted it all up for him. 2nd and 11. Saints offense kind of stuck in gear. Jameis in the shotgun, man. There's a snap, looking pressure coming. Jameis takes a shot downfield, and it's caught in a great catch right there from Kendre Miller. Talking about he catching the ball, man, out the backfield. Diving with 2 hands forward, Kendre Miller brings in the catch to get into the red zone for the black and gold. Jameis put the little touch on that thing, baby. And then Kendre Miller had to dive out to get it. But what a catch by Kendre Miller, man. What a catch as he gets all the way down to the Chargers' 7-yard line. So let's see what the Saints can do. Jameis under center, running back behind him. He got wide receivers, 2 of them to the right. Man goes in motion, Lynn Bowden Jr. to help out with the block, to hand it to him. And there is Kendre Miller in for the touchdown. And the Saints are on the scoreboard, man. Kendre Miller with the catch and the carry to help the Saints out, and they get in the end zone. Touchdown, black and gold. What we talking about here? That's what I'm talking about. Saints, they score, and Kendre Miller showing some vision, goes in, and what good cut inside. He's seen the lane, was able to get inside the hole, accelerated, and they had the wherewithal to kind of stick the ball out there over the line. So Kendre Miller, who's banged up last week in the game, didn't look too good, had to dive and catch to get the Saints down there, and then had to run the score. So the Saints get 6 out of it. And here we go with Blake Groupie, the extra kicker on it, kicks it through, and it goes 7-0 right now. So the Saints capitalize. They capitalize off of Peyton Turner's sack and Brian Bresee's recover, and then of course Kendre Miller twists and turns his way down inside the end zone. Saints on the board, 7-0, baby. How you love it? All right, pretty good there, fam. Loving that. All right, Gene, thank you, sir. Appreciate you for the super chat. Gene, much love, fam. Thank you, sir, mightily for that. Let me get the button for you. Money being made around here. Rain rollers. Money being made around here. Pop said money being made around here. All right, Gene. Thank you. Money being made around here. All right. Thank you, Gene. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the super chat. Much love to you, sir. Thank you very kindly. Thank you kindly. All right, all right. I thought y'all might like that one, man. That's the new one right there. Oh, Pops Weatherspoon, money being made around here. All right. Oh, played. Okay, okay. Yeah, they won't hear the sports coma. Oh, yeah. See, fam, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, the music at Q. I'm so sorry, fam. I'm sitting up here talking. Let me go ahead on and get that ready. Y'all are so right, man. Let me go ahead on and get the music tuned up. I usually that's what I usually do. I try to get get the music going when we score. And let me see, family. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to pull the music up, fam, and get it going on it. Hold on here. Let me go ahead on and do it. I know I'm tripping. I'm sorry. Slipping on my game right now. All right, hold on. Just give me a second. I got you. I got you, baby. I got you. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. I'm gonna have to kind of y'all put one in the chat if y'all can hear it. I don't know if y'all can be able to hear it, but all right. Uh, All right. All right. Y'all hear Sam? I'm gonna get yeah, gotta grab the creek. Y'all hear me in the chat if y'all can hear the music. All right, if y'all can hear, okay, no music. Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to get it together, fam. I'm gonna get it together. I promise y'all, I'm gonna get it together and put it up on here. I supposed to have. I thought I had it on my soundboard, man, when we scored touchdowns. I promise I'm gonna get it together, fam. All right, so here come the Saints right here. They get up with look like that's Will Lutz out there about to kick it off to the. Yeah, like I said, I've been having little sound issues, fam. I apologize for that. Make sure I have the music in there. All right, Saints kicking it back off to the Chargers. Saints up 7-0 after the Kendrick Miller is returned by the Chargers. And looked like he got a lane and he gets all the way up to the 34-yard line, man. And the Saints were able to wrangle him and bring him down. Like I said, the Saints, in terms of watching what the Saints do on the just fielding or covering the punts or the kickoffs, they've done a pretty solid job under Coach Rizzi. But the issue with in terms of what the Saints have is on the punt return, kick return side, when they receive the punt or the kickoff and then they return it, we haven't been able to make any headroom with that. It shouldn't be, and I said this on the previous stream, that it shouldn't take 4 or 5 years, every 3 to 4 to 5 years, we getting a kick return or a punt return for a touchdown. It's been too long since we got one of those. And I thought this is what we should really kind of focus on doing a better job of getting those. Because if we can score or and kind of elevate that side of our game, that can help out the offense when they get on the field and when they make these moves. You see what I'm saying here? So I mean, I think that's happened. So the Chargers getting the ball from their own 35-yard line, stick under center. Saints with the pressure, ball thrown out, almost interception, and then a late flag comes out, and they saying it comes out to that side of the field, late flag, and one of the Chargers are gesturing that it's on the Saints. And they saying it's a holding against the Saints. And they saying, oh, so that get the same. A lot of penalties going on right here with the black and gold, man. I seen one of them I agree with. They talking to somebody. I want to see what kind of them replay what happened there because that flag came out kind of late, man. That flag came out late, so they're not going to replay it. But anyway, it's a penalty. It puts the Chargers up at their own 41-yard line, sticking the shotgun man in motion from right to left. There's a snap, hands it off to the running back. Saints get him for a gain. They stop him maybe 2 yards. He gets about 2 yards on the play. Spiller number 28 for the Chargers. Not much shaking on the play. Yeah, they don't have. The funny thing about what the Saints are doing, man, here is the defense. I'm really happy about how the defense is playing. All right, Jerry says, I guess Big Q needs a preseason to get. Well, that's why, right now, fam, I need, yeah, that's right. I need the preseason to work out the wrinkles, bro. That's how it's going. All right, here's the snap by the Chargers, ball out, completed to number 1 again, and he gets all the way down inside Saint territory to the 42-yard line. And number 1, who got number 1? Could somebody guard number 1, Quentin Johnson, man? I mean, who's number 27, man? Well, they look like they're playing zone there as Jonathan Abram was able to make the play. Yeah, they playing zone and Stick just stuck it right in the hole in the zone. And Quentin Johnson rolling around in there, and he was able to make the play. And somebody put a man on Quentin Johnson. That's the only way they seem to be moving this ball. Quinn Stick under center at the 42 of the Saints. Pressure coming from the black and gold. Stick taking a chance, and it's another flag. It's a flag again, once again, and it's against number 37 on the play. And he turned and looked at the ball. So I'm like, okay, what we doing here? It looked like he turned and the Saint defender, and they called it pass interference against the Saints. Yeah, definitely. He's saying it's pass interference, but my thing is, did the dude turn and face him? Now you can see he's running with him. I'm looking at the instant replay, and then he does turn around and he pointed and said, "Hey, I turned around." Jonathan Abram gave a little shot to Stick right there. Nephi Sewell was there too. Two flags came out as they get the Chargers down to the Saints 11-yard line. Stick under center, man in motion from right to left. He turns, fake hands off the ball. Saints got pressure right there. Ball thrown in and out of the hands of the tight end, number 89 for the Chargers. Stick put the ball too low. Too low. You got to put that ball up a little bit higher than that, at least around his waist. And Sticks with the play action, and the Saints didn't fall for it because Passenger was in pursuit, and the ball was just, well, actually, it wasn't a bad throw. It's just the guy, he puts it in a bad spot, which was the wide receiver's hands. He had to sneak, kind of stretch out a little bit, but that should have been a catch by number 89, man. Parham, you got to catch that, dude. He put it in your hands. Then the guy got gloves on, man. All right, sticking the shotgun again. He got the running back Spiller to his left. 2nd and 10 after the drop ball. Man in motion from left to right. Stick throws the ball to the man in motion. He gets pushed out of bounds, and maybe a pickup about 4 yards for the Chargers as they get down to the 7-yard line there. So it's 3rd down for the Chargers as the Saints defense are being real stingy here. Saints defense 3rd and 5 now. Can we lock and load and hold them out now? Yeah, let's see. All right. Yeah, I don't know how you drop past the NFL with sticky gloves. Shotgun for the Chargers, 3 wide receivers to the left, to the right, 1 to the left, man in motion from right to left behind the quarterback. Snap, Saints come with the pressure, and they provide a lane, and Stick back pedal, throws it out the back of the end zone. Saints forced the 4th down. Good play by the Saints defense. Pressure came, and it forced Stick to back pedal, and he threw a duck, and you see Peyton Turner forcing him, and look at big number 99, Kalen Saunders running after him. Saunders hustling toward him, got him kind of uncomfortable. He backpedaled and threw the ball out the back of the end zone there. So defense with the pressure forcing the Chargers to make a bad throw, but they're in field goal range for this 4th and 5. 10 minutes on the clock for the 2nd quarter. And let's see if the Chargers can make it 7-3 here for the 25-yard attempt. There's the kick, balls up and good. Chargers they get on the boards. 7-3, black and gold. Let's keep the pressure on them on the next go around here. They had a lot of help on that drive, fam. The Saints gave them a lot of help, not to mention the referees gave them a lot of help as well on that drive. A lot of help. They had a lot of help to get down there, but credit the defense, fam. Credit the defense for making a stop, making it pop, make it do what it do, baby. All right, so shout out to the rest of y'all. Lucius, what's up, fam? He says, John, it's the player of the game. All right. All right. Jerry says, Jameis is 7 for 9 for 89 yards. Miller has 6 carries for 6 yards without a touchdown. All right. So, all right. James, how you doing, sir? Says, I was worried about Smith and why he was bouncing around, Q. I'm not anymore, to be honest, Q. Him, Davis, Pete could be special. I'm keeping it real. Jalen adds the fast front we need for mobile QBs. And Brother James, shout out to you. Appreciate your commentary. And it does, bro. You have an athletic guy like Jalen Smith that comes here. Remember early on, he missed a couple years. I think it was 2 years before he could play. Remember he had the microfracture stuff when the Dallas Cowboys took him. He was a 2nd-round draft pick out of Notre Dame, played under Coach Kelly, who's with LSU now. And it's crazy how stuff worked, right? Kelly's running LSU now, and Jalen Smith's here as well. And when he finally got healthy for the Cowboys, he had some fantastic years up there, right? He was very productive, him and Vander Esch. And then eventually, when his contract was up, he went on. I think he had a little small stint with Green Bay and then ended up with the Giants, was very productive with the Giants last year. And him coming here is a blessing because what it does do is really it provides somebody to push Zach Bowen, who needs to be pushed, and there is no veteran influence outside of Demario Davis and Pete Werner there. And if any one of those guys, and you see what happened with Demario this preseason with the calf issue, they pretty much shut him down, even though they said it was minor. But what if something, God forbid, happens in the regular season when you need somebody to step in? And that's what we were saying all off season is that we need to kind of watch that thing. And then, of course, Pete Werner's another guy that always seems to have issues as well. So Jalen Smith is definitely a guy that's going to push Zach Bowen and provide some depth behind Pete Werner and Demario Davis if something happened from an injury standpoint. So that it's a super positive, man. We thinking about Barr when Barr came down here, but Jalen Smith's a pretty damn good pick for the Saints as well. All right, so the Saints getting the ball back after the drive by the Chargers, 7 plays, 61 yards, almost 3 minutes, ending with a 25-yard field goal from Dicker. And here they go to get ready to kick the ball off to the Saints from right to left on my screen, man. So the Saints looking like they're going to try to do it. 9:57 on my clock, and there's the kick. And the returner comes up from the end zone. Actually, the other returner catches it from the Saints 9-yard line. That is, I can't see his number right there. Runner, he scrambles down and kind of rumbles down to the 28 or the 29-yard line where he gets tackled. And the Saints will start right there. So Jameis runs out on the field again. And let's see if Jameis can make something pop and shake, man, for the Saints and put another touchdown on the board. That'll be cool if we can get that done, right, fam? Let's get another touchdown, shall we? Let's get another TD for the black and gold. Let's go. All right, Saints operating, look like a power wide formation right now. Fullbacks out there with the running back, 2 wide receivers to the right. Jameis under center, turns, hands the ball off to the running back to the right side. He gets met right at the line of scrimmage. Not a damn thing popping and snapping on that play. As the Chargers say, no, sir. Nothing happening on that play. Nothing happened on that play. And Prentice could have did a better job of lead blocking. If he would have took out the guy because the guy that tackled the running back was the guy he was supposed to block. He should have did a better job kind of shooting him out of there. Jameis in the shotgun, Kendre Miller to his right, 3 wide receivers bunched up to the left of the formation. Jameis looking to the right, balls out throwing, and a high throw to A.T. Perry, no good. And toward the right sideline, nothing shaking on that play. Jameis should have just took the check down, and he tried to force that ball into double coverage, and they had a cornerback over there that the ball, he reached up to it, and it was too high for anybody to get it. Well, A.T. Perry, I think he's seen footsteps coming. That's what it was, because the ball was in the vicinity. All right, shotgun Jameis, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Running back is back there in front of Jameis for blocking purposes. Jameis holding the ball too long again. He's kind of scrambles to the left side and then throws the ball, and it looks like it's complete, but a flag is down on the play to Foster Monroe. Was that Foster Monroe there? Foster saying, I got it. It's a flag down on the play too. And what do you want to bet? It's against the Saints. What y'all want to bet? It's against the Saints. Yes, they're saying it's supposed to be holding against the Saints. Can somebody tell them damn referees that they got another team out there that they can penalize and put some stuff on? Could we get that going on? And anyway, it don't make a difference, right? The Chargers is going to turn it down, right? 2 fouls, both on the Saints. They got replay 3rd down on the play. So they're going to back the Saints up 10 yards. They had an ineligible man down the field. And then there was a holding. So you can't do nothing but to hurt yourself on the play. Ineligible man up the field. I think that's Lewis Kidd they're talking about was ineligible, was up the field. And then there was actually he got caught with the hold. So yeah, 2 flags to kind of help out on the play there. And so the Saints will have to do it again, man. They got to do it again. So 3rd and 20 for the Saints, 3rd and a mile. 8:55 and counting down. Jameson, the shotgun. Saints backed up to their own 19-yard line. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Running back or fullback to Jameson's right. There's a snap. Something looks funny, and it's going to look like it's going to be false start against the Saints. A lot of penalties, man. A lot of damn penalties against this backup ass offensive line the Saints got going on here. Too many penalties here, man. Storm Norton, the tackle, got hit with that one. And that's 3rd and 25 as the Saints are moonwalking. Michael Jackson moonwalking back. 3rd and 25, man, on the play. And I guarantee you this is going to be one of the situations the Saints just go with a draw here to kind of just get the down over or, you know, James shotgun again, two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. And there's the draw, like I said. And then there it is. He scrambles up the center and gets to the Saints 23-yard, maybe the 24-yard line to give him some room to punt the ball. Kendre Miller on the run. Terrible drive by the Saints on that one, man. A lot of foolishness occurred. Not very good. It's not good for the black and gold on that play. Not good at all. Not good at all on that one, family. That was not a very good looking drive by the Saints. Very sloppy drive for the black and gold on that one. All right. All right. There's the Saints punting the ball off, and then it's muffed, and then it does no good because it goes right on out of bounds around the 35 for the Chargers. The punt was muffed. So 12 gets it right off his hands, and it rolls right out of bounds. So the Saints don't have an opportunity to make a play on it. 7:47 on my clock at the second quarter as they go into a commercial break. All right, let's hear from the fam, man. How y'all liking y'all Saints? Yeah, that was not a very good looking drive at all, fam, to be honest with you. Yeah, it looks very sloppy and very inconsistent for the black and gold right now, fam. Very sloppy. That wasn't a good looking drive, fam. Yeah, he held them back. Yeah, that's what that wasn't good, man. That wasn't a good looking drive, man. I don't know what's going on there, man. It just didn't look good on the play. T Dirty, shout out to my boy T Dirty. I want to see Dennis Allen's chew these, you know what's out about these penalties can't be happening during the regular season. Yeah, some of these guys won't even play, bro. Some of these guys you're seeing out here, these are backup second stringers that they're getting extended looks at because our starters are not in there. So you're seeing these second stringers, and you'll see some third stringers in the second half. And showing a lot of these guys, they need to get their game together. They're trying to make the team, man. And that's just not gonna work, man. This type of stuff. Josh would say, I'm sick of these damn refs, period. I don't care. Yes, a lot of penalties, man. And a lot of it's against the Saints. It's not looking good, man. All right, dog says I really think the O-line don't have respect for James because I know they're not doing that with Carl. Jay says, man, how is James trash when he's trying to play with players that are trying to make the team? Make it make sense. It's a good point. Good point on it, Jason. You are right, sir. A lot of, like I said, Jameis is playing with backups. Like, these are second string. These are not starter guys. Majority of these guys are backups in there, and like Lewis Kidd and all these other guys, Storm Norton. These are backups. So yeah, you can see some of them. Like, even with Pennon playing like a backup today, man. Pennon whiffed on a block he was supposed to do. It was something else. Yeah, Penning's not having a good start in terms of what I'm looking at. Kay, shout out to you, baby. Say it's a whole lot of people in here that don't know what the hell they're looking at. Just talk. Be nice, Kay. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice, Kay. All right. Tasha, shout out to you. All right. All right. All right, Kay. All right, Kay. Don't fire in the chat. Now, don't do that. Don't fire in the chat. Come on. All right. Here we go. The Chargers, man. All right. Let's see what. Yeah. That last Saint drive was pathetic. And basically the Saints helped the Chargers, man. And they can't do that. They got to clean that stuff up. So hopefully they're getting fussed at on the sideline. So here come the Chargers back out there with the ball. They're picking up from their own 34-yard line, it appears. Stick under center, turns and hands the ball off to his running back. Saints meet him at the line of scrimmage and drive him back on the play. Good play by the black and gold. Number 58 and others in the move there. Saunders, Roach, and the rest of those guys playing elevated ball right there as they meet Spiller, number 28, at the line of scrimmage there. Actually they said he got 1 yard on the play, so that means nothing, nada. All right, so here we go. They break the huddle. They be in the Chargers. Stick is in the shotgun. Running backs. Spillers to his right. They got three wide receivers to the right. One of them go in motion from right to left. Automatically covered by one of the Saints defensive back. Sticks looking. His pressure's coming. He takes a shot upfield to the right, and it's a poor thrown ball. Third down and 9 after that poor thrown ball by Stick. Yeah, he let that one. That he had the wide receiver over there, but I don't know why he threw it that poorly. You know, he just threw it really poorly. Threw it. He had the man there. Had he put it on him, that he didn't give him much of a chance on that one. All right, so we go 39 Chargers. So their drive going pretty quick with 7:05 on the clock. He in the shotgun, three wide receivers to the right, man in motion from right to left to join, and then he goes back to where he was. Saints, and they're gonna try to hit the Saints. And what is it now? It's a flag down, and it's gonna be against the Saints. False start. No, it's against the Chargers. Okay, Chargers get hit with the false start. So the referees finally give the Chargers a penalty. Oh, that's a big surprise there. All right, so that backs the Chargers up as well. Gives them a 3rd and 14 to be dealing with now as the black and gold. This should help us get these people off the damn field. Penalty. Saints got 7 penalties for 86 yards right now, fam. Shotgun. There's a snap pressure coming with the Saints. Stick steps up, got all kind of room to roll, but he's going to keep it. Throws it downfield, and it's incomplete, trying to throw it to the wide receiver toward the right sideline. No good. Poorly thrown ball. 4th and 14. Chargers get the hell on up out of there. You're ready to punt it to the Saints. 7 penalties right now, fam, at half for 86 yards. 86 yards. Good Lord, that's a lot of penalties. That's like a game worth of penalties that we seeing the Saints have. It ain't even halftime yet. We still got 7 minutes or so before halftime, and they got 86 yards worth of them. All right, here go the punter with the Chargers punting it off from their own 20-yard line. It's back. Fair catch signed by the returner right around the Saints 23-yard line. So there you go. As Lynn Bowden Jr. receives it at the Saints 23, so they'll pick up from there. All right, so yeah, there we go, fam. So Saints still up 7-3 actually on the Chargers right now. We hoping that they can kind of get another score to push this thing a little further ahead here. But sloppy early on in terms of the penalties. Hopefully this will be a lot more promising drive for the black and gold. All right. All right, here we go. From the Saints 23, Jameis in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 to the right. Jameis throws to the right side of the field to the big tight end. Foster Moreau is little high and off the stretched fingertips of big Foster Moreau on the play. And right off his outstretched fingertips there. So they run back to the huddle to be 2nd and 10 for the Saints. And Jameis, Jameis, I don't know. Jameis got he don't look comfortable back there. You know, we need him to kind of galvanize the troops, so to speak, kind of use his leadership ability to get them in line here. Getting a good extended look at Jameis Winston here. Under center, Jameis turns, play action to the left, rolls to the right, and the ball's thrown to number 46, Prentice. And that's not much on that play at all, man. Nothing really that much on the play to bring up 3rd down. It ain't much on it, maybe a yard or 2. It's 3rd and 8 now, so nothing shaking with that one. So the Saints, with the rollout and the dump down to the fullback, he automatically gets hit by Henley, the linebacker for the Chargers. Not much shaking there. Jameis in the shotgun, he got the fullback Prentice to his right, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jameis got time looking, and he throws the ball kind of off his back foot, and it's caught by number 87, Foster Monroe, on the play. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that Kroll with the catch? I think that's Kroll. I'm sorry. I said Foster. Is that Kroll? All right. That was a terrific catch right there, too. He just went and took it from the guy because it was a poorly thrown ball by Jameis Winston on the play. That gets up to the Saints' 40-yard line. Under center is Jameis. Play action to the left. Jameis got time. And then Jameis, what he does, dumps it down to the running back out the backfield. Good decision to Kendre Miller. Looked like that was Kendre out there. Yes, it is. And Kendre was able to get a good little bit of it, and I think the Saints will be missing about 3 or 4 yards for the first down. So it'll be second and what, about 3 or 4. Jameis did a good job on that one. So it's 2nd and 3 because Jameis was looking to take a shot downfield, pointed downfield, and then was astute enough to find his check down to Kendre Miller to the left side, who was able to pick up some yards. What could have been a bad play, Jameis made good out of it. 2nd and 3 for the Saints. All right, so yeah, good play by Jameis locating the check down. All right, here we go. Jameis under center once again for the black and gold. There's a snap, handoff to the running back, and not much at all on the play. Not much shaking on that one. So it'll bring up third down. I don't know if he even got a gain on that one. Looked like they're saying he went backwards on it by 1 yard. 3rd and 3. 4:20 and counting down on the play. And yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, this drive right here. Kind of a mixed bag. All right, here we go. Saints break the huddle. All right, let's see what we can do here. Come on, Jameis. Let's get something shaking here with the Saints offense. Jameis in the shotgun, wide receivers, both left and right side formation, running back to his left. There's a snap, pressure coming through, and Jameis just puts it down. And just like that, Jameis, the pressure came through, and Jameis gets sacked, and that'll kick up the drive. So that'll do it. Saints have to punt off 4th and 10 on the play. 2 negative drives. The guy just came right on through, and there was nowhere for Jameis to go. He just put the ball down, and the guy was sprinting right at him. Ain't nowhere for him to go on that play. Nowhere for him to go on that. And hopefully, kid, I don't know who that was, kid on the side. I don't know. They just don't. That offensive line is just garbage, whatever they got running up in there. And then there's the punt off. The returner for the Chargers gets it to right the 21 to 22 yard line on this side of things. So right now, yeah, it's not looking as good as what we want. Yeah, that backup offensive line. That's why they are backups. We need to back some of them up off the team is what we need to do and find somebody that's gonna make something pop and shake here, man. We need to get it going. All right, Jerry Lewis saying quit running the ball with Miller. All right. Michael says Crawl caught the okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he kind of jumped off him. Yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah, Mr. Don, thank you, bro. Yeah, Lucas Crawl. All right. All right. All right. There go a pick. They come back off the break real badly. Like there was a commercial break, and it just jumped back into the broadcast. Number 27 gets an interception from Stick on the play, and they were just in commercial break, and they just jumped back off the play action to the right, and then he rolls to the left on a run and threw it, and then threw it right to the Saints defensive back, and makes the interception there. So the Saints once again gets another turnover, and we know the last time they got a turnover, the Saints were able to turn it into numbers. Could we do the same thing here? As Easton Stick is a stick in the mud on that play as well. So number 27 comes up with the interception. He threw it right to him. They don't get no easier than that, fam. All right, Jameis back out there from the Chargers 15-yard line under center, running back in the backfield, turns and hands the ball off. Kendre Miller gets there, maybe about 4 yards on the gain right there. And there's a flag out by the Chargers again. My goodness, man. Holding back in the Saints up again. Could we get some of these offensive linemen out here who can't block without holding? Could we get these guys off the field? My goodness, this is a lot of penalties going on for this offensive line. This work is sloppy, man. So the referees are catching them and they're backing them up. That's a lot of penalty yards before half, man. There people almost 100 yards worth of penalties before half even hit. 250 on my clock. Backs the Saints up 1st and 20, man. Jameis in the shotgun looking. 3 wide receivers. The 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Look like somebody on the false start. I don't think they seen him. Jameis looking downfield all kind of time, takes a shot in the end zone and almost through the back of the end zone to Lynn Bowden Jr. If that was Jawan Johnson, that would have been a catch. If that was Jawan Johnson, that would have been an end zone touchdown right there. And then Jameis was looking. Jameis took a shot and threw it. And boy, it was a tough throw right there. And Lynn Bowden, he was looking at Lynn Bowden in the back of the end zone. and Bowden broke on it, and it was just outside of his reach, man. Just outside of his reach. Even if he would have brung it in, he couldn't get his feet in. Jameis under center right there turns, and they pick up a blitz across the center of the field. It's dropped. Come on, man. Lucas Crawl with a great drop catch the first time around, and then a drop on this time around as Woods was on the play there that caused the disruption. And Jameis fires it right, put it right in his hands. How did he drop that? And let's see. I can't see the replay on it. It's a far away replay on the play. So anyway, 3rd and 20 on the play. 2 missed opportunities for the Saints. Jameis under center. Prentice is back in the backfield, man in motion from right to left. It's Bowden. Play action. Dump down to the player, and looks like he's running, and I don't know if he gets the first down. No, he's way shy, and they dump it off to Crawl again, who dropped the pass. Jameis goes back to him, and it's going to be short. So it looked like it was a tight end screen they set up right there. And Woods takes them down, man, and they get fourth. The Saints get some yardage out of it. They're going to send the field goal unit in there. 4th and 12, and 2-minute warnings up there for the Saints. So my goodness, man, it's frustrating, man, because they making all of these crazy penalties and all of this stuff, man. Yeah, the offensive line not doing too much, ain't doing too good. All right, Black Preacher Man says second string O line is sad. Who coaching them? I would be Doug Marrone and Jari Evans, sir. That's who that would be. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Money being made around here. Thank you, sir, for that. Appreciate you as usual. All right. So anyway, much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, it's a lot of penalties, very sloppy play by the Saints O line right now. And I'm just thinking to myself, if this second string offensive line looks this bad right now, could you imagine what the unit going to look like in the second half? Could you imagine what kind of level? We going back to playground ball level, you know? They look bad. So imagine what they look like in the second half, fam. Just think about that for a second. All right. Joshua says if you were NFL receiving and ball touches your hands, you catch it. Yeah, Josh was saying you got to catch it, man. Thomas said Jimmy Graham would have caught that. Yeah, I agree with you, sir. Thank you, Tasha. Y'all in the building, 300 plus. Please feel free to smash the like button. Smash the hell out the like button, man. Show the stream and show your boy and the great Saint Think Tank some love, baby, by hitting the like button. Also, feel free to share. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe as well. Kay says, this is what makes me mad. Defense give them the ball on a damn, he says, give them the ball on the damn ref zone, and we come away with 3 points. WTF. I hear you, baby. Shout out to you. Yeah, it is frustrating, man. A very sloppy brand of football going on right now. J Live, shout out to you, brother. Good to see you in the chat. Valika, how you doing, Queen? Appreciate you. Elites in the building, and shout out to J Live 504. Much love, fam. Says James Winston looking like a true backup. Well, I mean, remember, bro, he's, he could have, the throw to Lynn Bowden Jr. in the back of the end zone could have been better. I see what you're saying on the play. It's just strange, man. I don't know. It's just, they just don't look good, It just doesn't look good. It don't look good right now. They got to get it together. All right. So anyway, much love to the fam. All right. Where the sticky gloves? All right. What's up, Earl? All right. All right. And of course, we got to watch that and see how that all works out, man. But anyway, the Saints have to be able to do a lot better than what the hell they've been doing. Jameis got the touchdown. What it was the actual run to Kendre Miller that got them in the end zone, but Jameis had to throw to get them down there. Defense had 2 turnovers that helped get the Saints on the short side of the field, and the Saints have to be able to turn in points. So they're gonna roll out the kicker there and see if Blake Grupe can kick the field goal to kind of get the Saints up 10-3. Defense is playing pretty good right now, man, to kind of keep them down, even though the offense doesn't look are not doing what they're supposed to do. And there's the kick right there by Group A, gets it right on through there, and right after the 2-minute warning, the Saints go up 10-3. And truthfully, this should be a 21 to nothing game right now, but it is what it is. The Saints kind of etching by right now with what they're doing here, and it doesn't look good. So we'll see. All right, there we go. All right. So anyway, shout out to the fam here. Appreciate y'all being here on the replay. So we're gonna see what the Chargers do. The Saints do from a defensive standpoint, perhaps coming back out, the Saints defense can get another turnover. We get an interception this time. Look like Stick is kind of breaking down. Saints are getting a little pressure on Stick, showing them some different looks right here. Like that interception, he looked, I mean, he was looking right at his wide receiver, and the guy was right there. I don't know why he didn't see him, because he didn't disguise anything. The guy was just sitting right there, and he looked right beyond him to try to throw the ball to the wide receiver. You can't get any easier than that. If you a cornerback in the NFL and a quarterback in the NFL throw you the ball, I mean, it can't get any easier than that. All right, here's the kick by the Saints off to the Chargers from left to right. He receives it around the 2 or 3 yard line, gets to the 20, the 25. Saints get him at the 26-yard line and tackle him there, and that's where the Chargers pick up 1st and 10 with a $1:49 on my clock. So is Stick still the guy? Is they going to still roll him out there? Yes, they will. Stick is getting out there to try to see if they can orchestrate a touchdown to get the game tied up for the Chargers. Need the Saints defense to play a little harder to make sure that it didn't stop, get us another turnover. Stick got an interception and a fumble. Let's see if we can get some more good plays for the defense out of him. He's in a shotgun, wide receiver to the left, 2 of them to the right, running back to his right. There's a snap, play action fake to the running back, ball right. Oh, good pop, but it's still a catch on the play. And the wide receiver made a difficult grab. Saints chopped him down, but he still made the grab up to the Chargers 44-yard line. Shotgun again, in no huddle offense. Ball batted down at the line of scrimmage by Brian Brucey. Brian Brucey, the big 6'6" defensive lineman, bats the ball down in the play. So yeah, that was a good catch and throw by Stick, finding this guy. Number 27 took the legs from up under him. He still made the grab on the previous possession, a previous play. So 2nd and 10 right now for the Chargers after that play by Brian Brucey batting the ball down. They're at their own 44-yard line. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, running back to his left. There's a snap, ball out, Stick throwing it, and the ball is grabbed caught by number 84. And Umadi is on the play to stop him. And they say it's 1st and 10. Looked like he was shy of the first down, but they're going to put the ball at the Saints 45-yard line as they continue to run a no huddle. All right, 3 wide receivers to the left. Stick got 1 to the right. Pressure's coming. He's scrambling out of the pocket, looking, and he has room. He's going to run, and he got a nice lane and gets all the way down. And I'm surprised. What was number 43 doing on the play for the Saints, the linebacker? Yeah, Stick got out of there. It was a lane, wide open lane right there that he ran through, and he was able to get way upfield. And before number 52 was able to get to him, then he kind of bump him out of bounds and kind of ran out there. So it was a good game by him on the play. Got a lot on that, got a lot of run on that by Stick, got all the way up to the Saints. Let me see where he got on up to. Right up to the Saints 24-yard line. And there's the draw play to the running back, Spiller. And he's making some plays, gets through, and he gets all the way down to the Saints 5-yard line on the play. So the Saints couldn't contain Easton. Stick scrambles out, gets all the way down to the Saints 25-yard line. And then they hit him with the draw and missed tackles, 2 missed tackles before JT till number 31 was able to wrap him up. So, and then is it a timeout for the Saints? Saints need to call a timeout. No, Los Angeles calls a timeout on the play here to kind of gather themselves. So the Chargers call a timeout. This should help the Saints, man. The defense looked discombobulated on the play. 37 seconds remaining in the quarter. Saints need not to give up any touchdowns right here. Let's keep them out of the end zone. 2 positive plays by the Chargers defensive scramble that got them all the way up to the 25-yard line, and then a draw play that gets them down to the 5-yard line against the Saints defense on the play. That's not good. All right. So let's see if the Saints can keep their asses out of there, man. It's not looking good for the Saints defense right now. They look a little discombobulated, man. All right, Spiller's right next to the quarterback in the shotgun, man. They got two wide receivers to the left, two to the right. One in motion goes to the right, right to the hip of the right tackle. Second motion, man, from left to right. And that's a hand to Spiller. And then the quarterback keeps it and then gets in the end zone. Ain't that something? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? The Saints defense just kind of looked like they gave up on that play. That was not a good look for the Saints defense on that drive, man. It was all the quarterback on the play. And number 27 just couldn't get off the block, man. And to get to him, and he ran right behind the blocker and was able to make it happen. As Easton Stick gets the touchdown and evens up the game 10-10. Look, it appears 10-9 right now. They're about to kick the field goal here. And it's going through. So 10 up. So the Saints give up the touchdown and the Chargers tie it at 10-10. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, Foskey was late on the pursuit. I seen him running down the line of scrimmage to try to make the play. And it really does spotlight our depth guys, doesn't it? How the difference, it's a drop off. I remember Kalen Saunders was talking about that. He said it shouldn't be no drop off from 1 to 2 to 3 or whatever, but it shouldn't be. But it is a drop off in play. You could tell it's definitely a drop off in play. Yeah, Stick. That was all Stick on that play, man. Stick stuck it to the Saints on that one, man. Let me just put it to you like that. Yeah, this is not good, man. This is a very sloppy, garbage time performance by the Saints defense on that last drive. Saints offense been fumbling, stumbling all over the place in terms of making things happen on offensive end. So, and I can only imagine what the second half is going to look like. Willie says Foskey is freaking lost, looking like a deer in the headlights. Get him out of here. He's a rookie, man. Foskey got to figure it out, man. You got to figure it out, fam. Second round pick. You gonna figure it out. All right, so they go to return number 33 on return for the Saints, and they got 27 seconds on the clock here for the Saints to try to do something with. I don't know if they're gonna do anything with that or not. One likely they'll just probably be conservative and kneel on it and get to the second half. Me personally, I'll be trying to take shots to try to get things popping, but I don't think they're gonna do that. So Easton Stick kind of stuck it to the Saints that time after giving them an interception. The Saints didn't do anything but kick a field goal with it, which should have been a touchdown. But that's what it is. You can't, if you get turnovers, you got to turn them to touchdowns and not field goals. Had they done that, we'd still be kind of winning the game. All right, so there's Jameis in the shotgun. There's the snap. Wide receivers left and right formation. Jameis looking upfield. Jameis, and he's just going to dumps it down and not much shaking on the play to Lucas Crawl, number 87 on the play. And Jameis telling Shaq Davis that he got to go. Yeah, so the Saints burn the timeout right there to see if they can get it together. And that's that offense Jameis is running, man. They don't look confident at all. The offensive line is lost. It's not. They are not a very good looking unit, to be honest with you. We might. I don't know. We might need to keep looking, man. We need a few more backup offensive linemen, man. I don't like how some of these guys are playing, man. Could you imagine if something happened to our starters and some of these guys had to get in there? Shotgun Jameis, two wide receivers to the left, one to the right, running back to his right, to his left. Jameis looking, has time, taking a shot to the center of the field, and it's caught by number 88. What a hell of a throw and a catch by Jameis up the center of the field to Shaq Davis, the South Carolina big wide receiver, Shaq Davis. Jameis told him to go the previous play, and Shaq Davis did that, and what a hell of a catch he made in the center of the field to get the Saints down to the 19-yard line, the Chargers 19. Boy, the cornerback, what was the cornerback doing? It went right in front of him, and he wasn't even paying attention. But that was a huge throw. Jameis threw it right down the center in the coverage. The guy was there. He just didn't see it. The cornerback for the Chargers didn't see it, and Shaq Davis did, and he gets to the 19. So the Saints get in field goal range. They still got 9 seconds left. Let's see what they're going to do with it. Then they got a couple of timeouts on top of that thing. Jameis gets the Saints in field goal position. Their coordinator doesn't like it. Jameis in the shotgun, wide receivers to the right and left of the formation for the Saints. There's the snap. Jameis looking, throwing toward the left end zone, and is it caught? Incomplete. And that is no time on the clock, and that'll be the end of the quarter. Look like, isn't it? Is that the end of the half? Yeah, they only had 9 seconds left, so it looked like that's the half play right there by him. So we go. So yeah, Shaq Davis with the big catch. Too bad it didn't turn into anything. But we hit the half 10-10 right now. So not bad at all. Let's go over some of these highlights, fam. So shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the stream, man. On this one, let's hit some of these halftime statistics on our black and gold and talk about how they look. Y'all put in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about the first half. Right now, Saints up 13-10. Okay, hold on here. All right. All right. 1 second left. Okay, there you go. Because they had 1 second left. They replayed it. Okay. They had a second left. Saints got the field goal. All right, I got you. All right. Okay, there you go. All right. So anyway, let's keep it going, man. And this thing, man, as they did get the field goal there with 1 second left. Jameis took a shot downfield, got it popping. Let's look at the team stats right here, fam. And the first downs right now, the Saints is 10-6 in favor of the Chargers. You look at the rushing touchdowns, Saints 2-3, Chargers 5-4 on that sucker. First downs via penalties, the Chargers have 2 first downs via penalties. Chargers are 1-7 on third down, Saints 10 of 8. 32 plays total between both teams, total yards 183 to 150, 8-8 on the drive, Saints averaging almost 6 yards per play versus almost 5 by the Chargers. Passing game, Saints don't have any problem throwing the ball. Jameis, 160 yards in the first half versus 80 by Easton Stick. Jameis, 13 of 20, averaging over 7 yards per throw. Stick, 4.2, making it work with his legs because it damn sure wasn't his arm. Jameis had 2 sacks for 9 yards against 9-yard loss versus the one the Saints got with Peyton Turner on the play. The rushing statistics here showing the Chargers doing their thing, 70 yards rushing in the first half by the Chargers versus only 23 by the Saints. On 13 attempts, that's a 5.4 yard average for the Chargers, 10 attempts by the Saints, 2.3. Red zone, Saints 1-3 versus 1-2 by the Chargers. 8 penalties for 96 yards. That's right, you heard me. The Saints have almost 100 yards worth of penalties at halftime. 8 penalties, 96 yards. That's the stat that stick out to me versus 1 by the Chargers for just 5 stinking yards on the play. So it's still amazing that the Saints, with all of that penalty yards, are even leading this game, to be honest with you. Time of possession, as you can see, 17 minutes and 2 seconds. The Chargers have 2 turnovers in the game as well and still are in this game, which Saints should have a bigger lead of it. 12 minutes and 58 seconds on time of possession for the black and gold. All right, let's go to our individual statistics. Jameis, like I said, is 13 of 20 for 169, 8.5 on the average throwing. He took 2 sacks. His rating is 9.5. Had a couple of nice throwing, especially on that last drive. Jameis wheeled them into a field goal situation. Great throw to Shaq Davis. Jameis was taking some gambles on that last drive to get the Saints downfield, and it worked out in their favors. They kicked the field goal with 1 second left. They go into half 13-10. Kendre Miller, 10 carries for Kendre Miller in the first half for 23 yards, averaged 2.3 yards per carry, even got a touchdown in that thing. So shout out to Kendre Miller, looking a lot better than what the hell he looked in the first game. Shaq Davis with the catch, 2 times targeted, 1 catch, 42 yards. Lynn Bowden Jr., 2 catches off of 3 targets for 37 yards. Kendre Miller had 3 catches, 3 targets, 35 yards. Lucas Krull targeted 6 times, 3 catches for 31 yards. A.T. Perry not on fire this game, was targeted 4 times, 2 of 4 for A.T. Perry in this game for 14 yards. Kirk Merritt had 1 catch for 8, Prentice 1 for 2. And of course, we look at the fumble recovery for the defense side. Brian Bresee recovered the fumble. The tackles on the Saints side, defensive side, Malcolm Roach, 4 tackles, Jonathan Abrams, 4, Ugo Amadi, and Nephi Sewell, all with 4 tackles in the game. Jalen Smith had 3 tackles showing out and a pass defense for him. And then 2 from Bradley Robin, Kalen Saunders, and everybody else had 1 sacks. Only 1 on the day, and that's from Peyton Turner, who not only got the sack but forced the fumble in which Brian Bresee was able to pick that thing up. Jalen Smith 3 tackles, Zach Bond 1 on the day. So so far. Interception by Isaac Yidam had the pick for 19 yards. It was thrown right to him. And as you see some of the kick return game as it stands, Kirk Merritt had 1 for 13. Ellis Merriweather returned 1 for 21. And the punt return, 1 for Hugo Amadi for 17 yards. Len Bowden, 2 for 13 in the game. Blake Grupe, 2 field goals. He's perfect. The longest was a 37-yarder right here. Luke Hetley, who's the punter for the black and gold, 5 points, 221 yards, 44.2 yard average. He put 2 of the 5 inside of the 2-yard line, the longest being a 49-yard field goal. To the Chargers side of things, Easton Stick, 8 of 18 for 90 yards, a pick. He was sacked once, 36.8 is his rating, but he did get in the end zone to keep it interesting for the Chargers. 4 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, 5 carries for 27 yards, helped him set up some stuff. Josh Kelly had 4 for 9 in the game. Their best guy was Quentin Johnson, the big wide receiver. He had 3 catches for 37 yards, off of 3 targets, averaging over 12 yards per catch there. Everybody else was kind of milling about until the Saints started. It's kind of looking at Quentin. That's how they was moving the game. And, of course, their top defensive player in terms of tackle is Darian Henley. Number 0 had 7 tackles and a half a sack in the game. For him, he's been all over the place. Raheem Lane, 5 tackles. Blake Lynch had 5 as well. And, of course, the sack was from Christopher Hinton and a half a sack between Carlo Kemp and Darian Henley. And nothing else shaking on that. Their kick return is Darius Davis had 3 on 70 yards on the return game, 23.3 per carry, and he's the punt man. Not much shaking there. Their kicker, Dustin Hopkins, 1 of 1 from beyond 25-yard lines to help them out in the game. And J.K. Scott's the punter, 4 punts for 207 yards, averaging almost 52 yards per punt. That's pretty good for their punter. Put 1 of 4 inside of the 20. So he got a leg on him, taking that kind of average. All right, so that's some of the individual and team statistics going into the game, fam. So let me hear from you guys. Y'all tell me, what do you guys think so far from the black and gold and what's going on with them? Y'all talk to me and let me know. All right, Brother Slim says it's too many penalties. 8 penalties for 96 yards is utterly redonkulous. It's ridiculous, man. No doubt about it. Vic Boy says, of course, Carr will look good with all these weapons. Yes, he would. Carla says, man, we better come back with that fire. All right. Kay says, these fools want James to look like Tom Brady out there with this trash. Second string online, no Michael Thomas, no Kamara, no Olave, no Wine. Lord, turn. Okay, be nice, K. Be nice, baby. Don says AT Perry gonna be good. And remember, Jesus Christ is up. Thank you. I appreciate you, Don. Your Christ is Lord and Savior. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Brother Randolph, how you doing, sir? He said, Q, your thoughts on Ronald Curry play calling in the first half so far. Oh, man. Well, Brother Randolph, thank you for that. Great question, bro. The way I'm looking at it, man, it's kind of hard to look at it because some of these some of it, the play calling is decent, but you know what, make it the play calling will look a lot better if the execution was better. So you can look at what they're doing, but if they would execute better, that would make Ronald Curry look a lot better than what he's supposed to look like. The Saints shouldn't be up by 3 points on the Chargers right now. They have 2 turnovers. They have 2 turnovers right now, and the defense set the Saints up in short territory. That should have been 2 touchdowns out the gate, and things should look different. But I think Curry has done a decent job, bro. But when they don't execute, it kind of uglies them up a bit. You know what I mean? But thank you, bro, for that great question, man. Seriously, that's a good question. Good question. Shout out to my dog, Randall. All right. Papa Q says, Pa Q says, rookie quarterback to a veteran, of course, is going to be different. And you know that's what's going to come out in the second half, fam. We're going to come out in the second half. I have to deal with the likes of we'll have to see Jake Hayner in a second. Now, listen, do we see Taysom Hill in the second half? Do we finally see Taysom Hill roll out in the quarterback? Do we see any of that? or do the second half. Like the entire first half was Jameis. The entire second half is Jake Hayner. So what kind of Jake Hayner are we looking at? And of course, we're gonna see more of the second stringers. We're gonna see some more third stringers. So something tells me, just kind of spanning ahead and looking at the next half of plays, looking like to me that all of this stuff is just, it's not gonna look well. I ain't gonna disparage them, but the rookies, the backup offensive linemen, and then the second stringers, the third stringers, all of them coming out. So you might get a little sloppier than what it looks like, to be quite honest, fam. We just have to look and see. All right. Eric says, okay, there you go. All right. Thank you, brother Eric. All right, Uncle Who Dat. Shout out, fam. How you doing, sir? He says, hey, Big Q, I know I'm late to the show. What's all these Saints penalties? They're keeping the Chargers in the game. Stupid mistakes. Hashtag mind-boggling. Indeed, bro. Shout out to you. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, this is all very interesting, man, because it's the Saints have 100, well, not 100, it's 96 yards worth of penalties at half. So if this trend continues, this could get very ugly into the second half, man. And it's a false stuff. We had false starts, we had holes, kind of stuff going on. We had pass interferences there. It's just not looking good. But at least I can say, with all of the bad penalties and some of the brain neutral stuff that's going on, at least the Saints haven't turned the ball over. So that's a whole nother level of it. At least they hadn't turned the ball over yet. We got 2 turnovers on the Chargers. We haven't given up the ball. So despite all of the turnovers, all of the penalties, we have 0 turnovers. So that's a big plus in my book. All right. Jerry Lewis says, how is Jameis keeping the ball too long if the offensive line isn't holding? Well, a couple of those plays that you seen Jameis hold, he was able to make something out of it. But a couple of the plays, he couldn't do nothing with it. Like when number 0 when Henley was blitzing in on him, he had a straight shot, a straight angle at Jameis, right? And the crazy part about it, whoever the left tackle is, I forgot whoever the left tackle is. I'll remind me. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was Lewis Kidd. Y'all remind me on the play where Jameis gets sacked and Henley shoots in there. Jameis puts a move on him and he misses him. Then Jameis moves on. He grabs Jameis's leg, and then the defensive end that was over the top of the left tackle gets beat. Then he jams up Jameis, and then they both work to get Jameis ground. And nothing you can do with that when a guy has a free run at you. The guy at the line opened up, and he had a free run at Jameis, and Jameis was still able to shake him. And then the other guy over the top of the left tackle was still able to get in front of Jameis and stop him. If the left tackle would have blocked him, maybe he could have wiggled out of it. But with stuff like that happen, ain't nothing you can do. But some of the plays, like when you get a snap and you have an opportunity to look around and go through your motions, and there's supposed to be a clock in your head where you're supposed to get rid of the ball, try not to take any sacks or, to hurt your squad. But I witnessed a few plays where Jameis Winston had opportunity to get rid of the ball. And as he got more into the game, he started getting a little smarter with his play. Remember, there was a play where Jameis had all kind of time. He was pointing at Shaq Davis. It was the play before the 44-yard throw that got them downfield, so they set up the field goal before halftime. That Jameis, pointed at Shaq Davis up the field, and then Jameis kind of, did that, but then the defensive line kind of broke around Jameis, and Jameis stepped up to it and then threw the ball sidearm to the running back. I think it was Kendre Miller off to the left side of the field, and Jameis and he was able to get some points. So he was able to take something and turn it into something on some of them plays. And then he was gambling his ass off on the left the last the 2 series. He was throwing the damn ball off to the side there. I remember he was trying to throw the ball to the wide receiver off to the right side, and it was over his outstretched hand right there. They had a defensive back over the top of that. So nobody could get that. And I don't know if he was just throwing it away. The one when he threw it to the end zone to Lynn Bowden, if you watched the whole play, it felt like it wasn't a play where Lynn Bowden went and kind of completed his route and then started ad-libbing. Like he went out to the right, then turned, and then went back inside toward the end zone, right? And that's where the ball went out. He'd have had to been 7 feet long to grab that ball and get both his feet in there, the way it was thrown out the back of the end zone. But still in all, like I said, James was trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents. He was able to find Shaq Davis up the field for the 40-something yard gain that set him up for the field goal. So we seeing some positives here. They're taking chances here. So in the end, you want to see touchdowns and not field goals. But, I don't know, man. Going to the second half, we might see something more sloppy play if the Saints don't clean this stuff up, man. So we'll see. All right. So anyway, we about to get ready to kick this thing off. Lynn Bowden Jr. is sitting in the end zone waiting for the kick from the Chargers, and we'll see what they're about to do as we get ready to get the second half on and popping. All right, there's the kick by the punter. By number 11 for the Chargers, and look like he'll get it, dance around a bit to the 20, gets to the 25, and he'll be taken down there to the 25 on the return man by the black goal. Saints will then come out. Lynn Bowden gets to the 25-yard line. Saints open up from there, and we'll see Jake Haener. So Jameis Winston's job is done for the day. You see Jameis's numbers aren't that bad. Here comes Jake Haener, the 4th-round draft pick quarterback out of Fresno State. Let's see if Jake could guide the Saints' second and third teamers to success. Jake Haener in the shotgun from the 25, 2 wide receivers, or 3 look like, to the right, 1 to the left, running back there. Haener looking too long, scrambling to the right, get rid of it, dump it, throw it off, and he throws it back. Oh, he finds number 85, and he's still running down. He gets to the 20-yard line. Number 85 on the play. Is that Quan Baker? I think that's Quan. No, that's Jontre Kirkland. I'm sorry. Jontre Kirkland. Jake Haener took forever in the day to be able to find the ball, and he was able to get it down the field. So there he is, Jake Haener all day, man, scrambling to the right, guys chasing him, and he gets tackled from behind, but threw the ball to Jontre Kirkland, who shook a tackler and got all the way up to the Chargers' 21-yard line. And there's the handoff to the running back. He gets met in the backfield, shakes off. Is that Kendre Miller? And gets about 4 yards on the pickup. Is that Miller still out there? No, it's Merriweather. Okay, that's Ellis Merriweather with the carry right there. So there you go. So there, Jake Haener comes in, family, at Libin, and makes a play upfield to Jontre Kirkland, gets the butterflies out. He looked a little nervous in the first game last week. And Jake Haener comes in here, at Libs, makes some plays. How about Jake Haener for you? All right, Haener under center from the Chargers' 15-yard line, running back in the backfield. They got 2 wide receivers to the left, play action. Haener making the throw across the fender, and a touchdown. No, it's dropped. My bad, it's a drop. It's Lucas Crawl with another drop. Lucas got to stop crawling and start walking because this is getting ridiculous. He had 2 drops. That was a touchdown, Lucas. You got to stop crawling and start walking here. That was a catch. It should have been a touchdown. And the ball, nice thrown. That was in his hands. Come on. Come on, man. Dude, you got to catch that. That was a touchdown. Oh, my goodness, man. Here we go again from the 15. Haener looking good in the shotgun. There's a snap. Looking, he's going to check it down to Ellis Merriweather, uses stiff arm. Doesn't work that well as he's going to be shy of the first down by at least 3 yards on the play. So the linebacker for the Chargers says, hey, man, stiff arm don't work on me. And he drags him down. So, yeah, that's that. Yeah, and the guy just tackled him. He had another one in his face, but at least he would have been able to get the first down. Merriweather couldn't shake the linebacker, and that brings up 4th and 3 for the Saints. Saints looking like they're going to go for it and keep their guys out there. Jake Haener got that glow right now under center. Turns, play action. No, he's scrambling out to the right. He drops the ball off. He got the first down. Ellis Merriweather down to the 3-yard line for the Saints. Rolling out the backfield, Jake Haener finds Merriweather, and he gets down to the 3-yard line, 1st and goal for the black and gold. And I got to give, and Brother Randolph asked me about passing game coordinator Ronald Curry. And these plays make guys like Pete Carmichael and guys like Ronald Curry look good when you can complete them. All right, shotgun, the Saints inside the 5 right here. Ellis Merriweather next to Jake Haener to his right. 3 wide receivers to the left. Haener throwing it out the back, and there it is, touchdown for the black, and the flag's down automatically. Shaq Davis with the catch for the touchdown. Chargers pointing at the Saints, says pass interference. The referees are in the end zone having a convention to see how they can get the Saints over 100 yards worth of penalties in the third quarter here. So we'll see what's going on right here. Nice play right here. Jake Hayner got the glow right now. He the dragon right now. He looking pretty good out there on that first drive. So come on, refs, let's get it together. Jake Hayner looks good out there, man, making it pop. Fact that he back in California, man, he feeling pretty good on comfortable soil. Finding Shaq Davis on the catch, and the referee still talking this thing over. Let's get some action here, refs. Come on. Come on, let's get this. How we can mess over the Saints, take this touchdown off the board here. Offensive pass interference. You got to be kidding me. Offensive pass interference. You got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding. Offensive pass interference, man. Offensive pass. Well, there it is. The pick. Yeah, see that crossing route with the play. That's what they calling that for. And they used to call that a lot more, but I guess they going back to it. I guess they called it what, the pick play. Is that what they're talking about? Is that what they said? The pass interference on the pick play? First and goal right here. Shotgun for the Saints. First and goal. Wide receivers to the left, 1-2 to the right. Hayner looking, scrambling, throwing the ball to the end zone over the outstretched hands of Lucas Crawl, and another flag is down. So it looked like it's going to be a roughing the passer against Jake Hayner. He gets up. He looks okay. Got his bell rung, but he looks all right. He was clapping. So this might be this going to look like it's going to be a roughing the passer. Let's see if they can make it pop. And about damn time, because it only been really one penalty against the Chargers. I know they ain't playing that clean, man. Can't be having all these penalties against the Saints. Over 100 yards worth of penalties against the Saints, and you got 5 yards worth of penalties against the Chargers. Something got to go against them. Roughing the passer. It's against the Chargers, so half the distance to the goal right there for the Saints. So, yeah, come on. That'll help us out right there. The call is against Kemp with the hit on the quarterback right there. Yeah, he hit him right there and wrapped him up. I don't know if that's considered roughing. Well, yes, he did, because he kind of made helmet-to-helmet contact too. His helmet hit him and hit. He made helmet-to-helmet too. How they missed the helmet-to-helmet? No, the helmet made contact before the shoulder did, from my vantage point. But they said roughing the passer. Looked like helmet-to-helmet on the play, but they missed. They didn't see that one. All right, so the Saints have the distance to the goal. Jake Hayner under center. They're from their own 6-yard line, looking like. And Jake Hayner, there he is, throwing the ball to fade right. Is it? And no, it's incomplete. He was trying to find it to Brian Edwards, the big wide receiver over there. And I don't know, if he would have put a little bit more air under it, I think that probably would have been. Well, actually, it wasn't a bad throw. It looked like Brian Edwards should have had that ball. Yeah, Brian Edwards should have had that ball. That was actually a pretty decent throw by Jake Hayner. Edwards should have brung that ball in and hit him right in his hands. So that's another drop by versus Lucas Crawl with the drop. And they taking Hayner off the field now. And they're saying Hayner. And I'm telling you, man, Hayner got made. The guy hit Hayner. It was helmet to helmet on the play. Jameis is back in the game. The referees missed it. It was helmet to helmet on the play. Jameis back in the game now as Hayner gets checked out on the sideline. Play action. Jameis looking, and he's going to dart it wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, and another damn flag is down. Look like, wasn't that a flag they just threw again? Another flag. Is it another flag? What's going on here? They got another flag down. How you calling 2 passes? Oh, come on. This is unbelievable. Nobody calls that much offensive pass interference against the team again to try to keep them out of the end zone. Man, that was just incidental. That wasn't pass interference, man. The pick play on the previous, yeah, but that was incidental contact on that last one. Oh my goodness, these referees just won't make me slap the piss out of them, man, with these terrible calls, man. Come on with this. All right, and once again, penalty. They lay it up on the penalties on the Saints. Shotgun Jameis. They're gonna go with the draw play and the Chargers. Nothing happening with that. Maybe a yard on the play right there. And the Saints see they're gonna go with the give up plays on this one here, man. That you don't need to go up with the give up plays, man. Let's get the touchdown, man. We don't need to go with the give up plays. Let's get a score out of this. 3rd and goal for the Saints on a give up draw play. These penalties is ridiculous, man. Those 2 pass interference calls, the pick play, it's on the same damn drive, too. 11:23 and counting down. Jameis Winston in the shotgun for the Saints. Wide receiver to the right, 3 to the left, running back to his right. There's a snap. Jameis looking, they got another guy coming, pushes Jameson down, the ball incomplete. So a guy look like on a late stunt move there, comes around. Boy, this offensive line is pathetic, man. Pathetic, man. It was just, he just reversed course and he was able to push Jameis down, and Jameis had to get rid of the ball. So 4th and goal, just take the field goal, man. And they are 33-yard field goal by Will Lutz comes in. Will Lutz is in the game now. Will Lutz comes in now. Will better hit this field goal, man. 33-yard field goal by Will Lutz to kick the Saints up, and Will hits it right on through. Saints go up 16-10 on the play. This is horrible, man. Absolutely horrible. Horrible, 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 terrible, terrible, terrible drive. Terrible. 2 offensive pass interference to steal touchdowns off the board from the Saints. One I could see, that second one was not. And this is ridiculous. That's why people hate the referees, because you can't justify having, let me put the penalties. The Saints now have a combined 10 penalties for 100. How do you penalize a team? They got 10 penalties for 116 yards. The Chargers have 2 penalties for 11 yards. How do you even describe that? When they go into the things, explain to me how you guys called the Saints 10 times for 116 yards worth of penalties, but didn't see nothing the Chargers were doing? 2 penalties for 11 yards. They're not making no mistakes on that side of the ball. 2 pass interference calls on the same drive, offensive pass interference calls on the same drive. Seriously? Man, this is crazy, man. Ted Cowboy said these refs are a bunch of bums. What's up, Q? How you doing, babe? Much love to you. Appreciate you. Wani, shout out to you. Good to see you in the chat. Much love to the Queens, man. KT, what's popping, bro? As Big Q Hayner and Shaq Davis have impressed me. I hope Hayner is okay. Bro, and listen, bro, didn't I call it when I seen it? These people choose to see stuff, man, when they want to. I told y'all that was a helmet to helmet when the guy hit Jake Hayner. It was helmet to helmet. His helmet hit him hit Jake Hayner's helmet, and then the shoulder was second. The shoulder was second. So how are you supposed to be protecting these players when you choose to ignore the proper calls? If it was a helmet to helmet, so it was a whole different set altogether. You know, it wasn't a shoulder that put Hayner there. It was a helmet that landed first with him. But it's just, they choose to enforce what they want to enforce. They choose to do it, man. You can't do that. That's why people hate and disrespect them so much. You got all these cameras all over the place. You can bring it back and do it the right way. That was a helmet to helmet on Jake Hayner. It wasn't a shoulder, like they said. And then these gutless officials, not the officials, they're gutless too, but these people sitting up in the booth, they just as gutless as the referees. They don't even much want to tell you the truth of what's going on the field. They scared they're going to say something wrong. No, you ain't tell the truth what you see on the field. People respect you for it. Don't sit there and play the game like it's, like you don't see what you see. That was a helmet to helmet on Hayner. I hope he's all right, man. I hope he's all right. I'm upset about that, man. You're not doing your job protecting these people, man. They said it was a shoulder that they hit. It wasn't no shoulder. It was a helmet. Helmet made contact first. If I could see it watching it from television, you see them bastards on the field can't see it? All right, Stick is back out there, man. Stick is out there for the Chargers on offense. Right now, man, we need to convert touchdowns. They had, and then on top of the penalties, I know we focusing on the penalties, but family, don't forget the Saints had 2 touchdown drops on that drive too. Let's not forget that. The referees wasn't involved on that. They had 2 touchdown drops. All right, Stick out there, hands the ball off to the running back, and ball, he gets hit, but carries forward and was able to get about 8 yards on the run. Number 42 Dotson for the Chargers got stuck there, but he was able to push forward through, and they got about 8 yards on the play. All right, so very interesting, man. Like I said, man, I know we focus on the penalty because it's ridiculous. There's over 100 yards worth of penalties for the black and gold, but the Saints did have 2 drop touchdown catches in that drive. You know, we got to fix this stuff. We got to do better here, man. All right. So anyway, yeah, this is intriguing and interesting, man, to see just how well, we got to seize the day. Lucas Crawl is a bit of a mixed bag. He getting an opportunity. We know he had an issue when he coming back from a tailbone issue, but dropping touchdown passes and stuff like that is not a good look. The touchdown throw off to the left side to Brian Edwards that was dropped good, and Hayner actually threw the ball and put it in his hands. He dropped it, and we got a Saint down on the field right here. Lonnie Johnson's laid up on his back on the field there. Saints attending to him. And that running back, number 42, man, it was a nasty hit and looked like he might have made contact with Lonnie Johnson Jr. because it was a stick, and then 42 carried it forward to the 8-yard line. So looked like Lonnie got the worst of it, man. All right. Yeah. Too bad, man. All right, KT. All right, Big Q, he said, who out of this year's rookie class has impressed you the most? I like what A.T. Perry did last week. This week, not as outstanding. I ain't expect him to come into this game and have another outstanding game like he did last week. I think he was targeted 4 times in this game. He had came up with 2 of the 4. Last week, it was 6 of 6. So not quite the same performance from A.T. Perry in this matchup. But at the same time, Kendre Miller. I guess for this game here, I got to give it to Kendre Miller because, to be honest with you, Kendre Miller looked so not good in the Chiefs game that it was good to see him finally get going in this game. He had a really good diving catch from Jameis Winston to get the Saints set up on that first touchdown drive where he dived and got the ball, got down there inside the red zone, and then got the carry, to get the touchdown score. So good to see Kendre Miller getting going in this game. So not bad, man. Not bad so far right now. And that's just who I see right now. All right, fam. Y'all feel free to chime in. Let me know who y'all like. Yeah, fam. So, like I said, I can dog out the referees. It's so easy to do that. But also, the Saints had 2 opportunities on that drive to make touchdown catches. Lucas Crawl dropped the touchdown catch in the center of the field, and Brian Edwards off to the left sideline. Jake Hayner put it on both of those guys in that drive, and they still weren't able to bring it down. We can't have that. I thought you guys wanted to make the team. I thought you guys were trying to make the team. You ain't not going to make the team dropping touchdown passes. I promise you that much. But it's good that Lonnie Johnson Jr. is on his feet, walking he went right into the tent there. He was shaking his right hand, throwing it like it was in pain. All right, the Chargers get the ball, play action, and Stick throwing the ball out, and it's caught by the fullback to look like to the 40. I want to let's see. I'm going to have to take a look at it again, but it was a play action right here, and Stick had some time to throw it, and he put a good pass out there. So it looked like the tight end there. I think that's the tight end there. Tight end pushed off on number 44 and make the catch deep down in Saint territories. I mean, not deep, but at the 45-yard line of the Saints territory. Why the player was Doss. Man in motion from right to left. The tight end goes from right to left. 3 wide receivers to the left. Play action to the left side of the field. Stick is there. The Saints get to him, bring him down. And who is it? Jack Heflin looked like he makes the stop. He gets the tackle. I mean, actually the sack on Brian Stick and sticks him in the ground. Jack Heflin. We talked about Heflin, man. Heflin's a guy that's trying to make some stuff shake. He got to him. I think Heflin, wasn't that Heflin on the stop right there? Looked like he was a part of it. And the Saints get the sack on them. So it's 2nd and 6. They lose 6 yards. So the Saints defense still making some stuff difficult for the Chargers. All right, sticking the shotgun with his running back to his right, man in motion from the right to the left, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. A fake little draw, and then he checks it down to the wide receiver, stumbles before he's popped by number 44 on the play. So they get a few yards on the play. It's still 3rd down for the Chargers. Saints defense holding up. Let's see if we can get another stop here. 9:05 and counting down in the 3rd quarter. Got to give it to Jake Haener. Hopefully, when he comes back out, we'll see some more Jake Haener. I like what I seen from him in that drive, man, despite the fact that some of his teammates let him down. But he was creating, notice the plays that Coach Curry and Coach Carmichael, the OC, was calling were rollout plays where he was having success using his athleticism. All right, here we go. Stick in the shotgun. Wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Saints come with the pressure. Stick dumps it off and gets blasted. The wide receiver, number 48, gets the running back, gets blasted by number 43, Conley. Conley lays the smack down on him around the 40-yard line there. So that'll bring up 4th and 6. Stick hanging around like they're gonna try to go for it on 4th. No, they're gonna march on out of there. Look like they're thinking about going for it on 4th. I don't know. They're hanging around like, yeah, it looked like they're gonna try to go for it on 4th and 6. All right, so here, yeah, the Chargers going to stick with it. Stick is going to stay on the field. 5 plays, 35 yards over 3 minutes right now. He's in the shotgun, wide receivers to the left and right of the formation. Stick in the shotgun with a man to his right. Saints come with the pressure. Stick delivers the ball out, overthrown over the big wide receiver there, Hightower. Bad throw, and that'll be 4th down. Saints defense get the Chargers off the field. And even though Stick, I've seen better performances by Stick, and he really just did what he did in this game. But that was just a poor throw. Had 37 had his head around, it might have been an easy interception for him, by the way. All right. So anyway, let's keep it going right here for the black and gold, man, as we keep going. Saints up 16-10, and they pick up around midfield, get the ball there as well. So we keep it moving and grooving, family, as we always do. All right. Shout out to the fam, man. Tuck says Haener needs to get back out there if he can go. Jake's got some sauce today. Yeah, he looked pretty comfortable out there, don't he, fam? You know, he made that nice throw down the field to get things going. And then, of course, you watch Jake Haener, how everything developed, you know, in terms of him finding the receivers. And notice, like, I can't help but to notice several of the successful plays they had were rollout plays, taking advantage of Jake Haener moving outside of the pocket, extending the play. And he made some good throws on several of those plays. Matter of fact, the rollout play in which he got hurt, the play where he rolled out was right into the face of a Charger defender who helmet to helmet him. They said it was a shoulder. I disagree. But yeah, he's been looking good to get a day. Hopefully he can get back out there too. I want to see more of this. I like what Haener's done. Looks a lot better than what the hell we seeing from Ian Book, right? When he was there. Big boy said James made plays also, penalties killing them. Yeah, the penalties is bad, man. 100-something penalties in the game stinks, man. $100. 100 yards worth of penalties suck. True Hurd says if Haener keeps playing like this, he definitely should be making the team one of our quarterbacks. Do anybody think Jake Haener doesn't make the team? Let me ask the question to you guys. Nate Frost says, could Foskey be on a roster bubble? I think Foskey makes the team, bro. I mean, he's struggling in he has some struggles right now, but some of this is to be expected because he still got to learn the game. And he's a 2nd-round draft pick. He's definitely going to make the team. Saints is not going to not let their 2nd-round draft pick not make the team. You know what I mean? And the same with Jake Haener. I don't think Jake Haener gets practice squatted. I think Jake Haener is on the active roster. Who with me on that? Do anybody out here think Jake Haener doesn't make the active roster? I think the Saints keep 3 guys at the quarterback position. And Taysom is listed as a tight end, so I guess you can consider him, I guess, an emergency QB to a degree, even though the Saints use his package. So anyway, Saints get the ball at their own 40-yard line. Under center is that Jake Haener. Jake Haener's back in there. And there's the handoff to the left side. Look like that's Ellis Merriweather. Is that Ellis in there? Number 34. No, that's Williams. Darrell Williams is out there. So we're good to see Darrell Williams carries the ball to the left side there. Not much shaking on the game there, but look like that's Jake Haener back out there. I know they just flashed it for a second, but it looked like it's him back out there. Yep. Jake Hayner's back out there. Good to see him. 4-yard pickup by Darrell Williams on the play to the left. Hayner under center, got wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right on the play, and a single running back behind him. Hand the ball off to the running back. Darrell Williams cut off to the left. He got some room. He's carrying the ball, but carrying it to the right. If he could have had all, and here comes another flag. Oh my goodness, man. Are you kidding me? Come on. Number 65 on the hold there. Man, come on, man. Dude. This is awful. That's definitely a hold, though. he's so garbage. He could have let him go. The guy was gone, man. Let him go. He kept holding the dude. So I can't be mad at the refs on that. That one was a give me to the ref. This is pathetic, man. It's pathetic. These backup offensive linemen need to kick in there, you know what? 2nd and 16 after that. This is ridiculous. Hayner in a shotgun, man. There's a snap. And he dumps it down right across the field, not much shaking it. And he throws it to I think that's Jontre Kirkland. Jontre Kirkland, number 85, makes the grab for maybe a pickup of 4 or 5 yards, not much shaking. It's 3rd down and long for the black and gold now. 6:33 and ticking down on my clock. It's 3rd and 10, man. 3rd and 10 for the black and gold now. These penalties are ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. These all backup offensive linemen are really, really not playing good. Shotgun, Jake Hayner. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Actually, 2 to the right. Hayner looking to the left. Ball is thrown and just outside the outstretched hands of Brian Edwards. That was probably one of his first poor of the game, Jake Hayner on that play. Trying to find Brian Edwards to the left side of the field. It was way beyond his reach. And he kind of held the ball, and it was not a good pass. Let's just say that. And Brian Edwards is a 6'3" guy. So, yeah, that was way out of the way on a play like that. Just a poorly thrown ball by Jake Hayner. 4th and 10 now. We kind of count on our defense to keep things out front of us because the Chargers offense ain't really hitting on nothing right now. There's the punt right there by Headley. And, actually Blake Gilligan, I'm sorry, is out there. And no fair catch, and the defensive back was able to make the tackle down at this looked like the 16 or 17-yard line. So the Chargers start from their own 17 back there. 16-10 Saints up as they go into the commercial. So, all right. Yeah, Hayner is back on the field. Absolutely, brother. Be 15th. This is this awful, man. Yeah, this is not looking good at all. Not looking good. Yeah, it's not looking good. Dog says, I understand where you stand. James up, but you got to admit he's not playing up to his standard. Yeah, the second team, man, make me a little nervous too when you got Jameis Winston out there. Merriweather runs hard, man. You're right, Ryan. He runs real hard. Yeah, Wani, she says, these, effing, these effing flags, and you know what? Yeah, these are ridiculous, man. All these calls, man. I just, it's how many? Let me take a look at the call right now. The penalties right now, as it stands, penalty count. Saints now have 11 penalties for over 100 yards. It's 126 yards worth of penalties. Now, their adversaries, the Chargers, they don't do nothing wrong. They got 2 penalties for 11 yards. I don't understand how you justify flagging a team 11 times for 126 yards, and the other team that you supposed to be officiating have 2 for 11. There's no such thing. That team, especially in a preseason game when you got second, and third stringers, they're not holding either. That's why I get upset with it. Call it fair, but you know how these guys do. They're not about it. Even though the Saints are playing bad, some of these are calls, but I'll expect to see more calls against the Chargers too. This is too much of a disparity. 2 penalties for 11 yards, and they got second and third stringers is running around out there. Those guys are not making any problems. They're not holding. They're not hands to the face. They're not, having pass interference against the Saints. They're not doing none of that. They're not doing none of that stuff, 2 penalties for 11 yards, and that include they had the hit on Hayner, which is the roughing the passer. Ridiculous, man. Simply ridiculous. Saints ain't helping it out, but these referees, man, that's too much of a disparity to be justified, man. 120-something yards, 20-something yards of penalties versus 11 yards worth of penalties. It's ridiculous, man. All right. Anyway, all right. Tuck says, I don't know if we play our starters again this preseason. Backups need a lot of work. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying, Tuck. You're not lying. Yeah. Saint for Life say O line sucks. Yeah, they are discombobulated. They playing with no confidence. And here the Chargers hand the ball off. Saints, they're trying to make some plays. A guy missed a tackle. He was able to re-situate himself and pick up about looked like about 4 or 5 yards. Number 42, the backup running back off to the left side. One of the Saint defenders missed a tackle. He was able to pick up 4 yards after the missed tackle there, and made 5 yards there. So a 5-yard pickup after the missed tackle, 2nd and 5 for the Chargers. All right, Chargers at their own 22-yard line. Quarterback under the center, turns, hands the ball off to the running back, and Saints wrap them up. Look like a gain of 3 yards on the play, maybe 2 or 3 yards by number 42, the running back again. So that'll bring maybe 3rd and 3 now. Picked up 2 on it, so it's 3rd and 3 now for the Chargers. Saints defense trying to get him off the field. As Stick talking to the rest of his teammates in the huddle. Let's see if the Saints can get them off the field. 5 minutes and counting down in the 3rd quarter. All right, let's see what we can do here. Stick in a shotgun with his running back to his left, 3 wide receivers to the right side. Draw play, and he gets chopped down a yard shy of the 1st down. Saints stop him. So he's a yard shy of the play. So there it is. The Saints do force the 4th down as Stick runs off the field. So they just go 3 straight running plays and was thinking they were trying to do something and nothing popping on the play. Saints was able to get him off the field. So that's kind of showing like a bit of disrespect for Stick, man, for them to go 3 straight running plays, you know. So the Chargers will punt. Lynn Bowden Jr., number 84 on the return. J.K. Scott, the punter for the Chargers, have been kicking his ass off today, man. Oh, wow. No fair catch, and Bowden gets popped at the 25-yard line by a Charger. And the kind of pop, he didn't call the catch. And the guy was able to wrap him up pretty good on the play. So, yeah, bro, you got to know, you got to call that one, brother. You didn't have any room and no blocking going on. You got to call that one, my friend. All right, he took a Lynn Bowden took a nice pop on that one there, man. You got to call that one, brother. All right, here we go. The Saints get the ball. Hayner's under center. Darrell Williams is his running back, number 34. Turns and hands the ball off to Williams, runs through the center and gets wrestled down maybe about 4 or 5 yards on the gain right there by Darrell Williams, number 34, as Okoye, the big defensive tackle, makes the stop for the Chargers. All right. All right. Yeah, Darrell Williams just seen it and cut back to the lane because nothing was to the right, showing good vision, just cut back, got north and south, and was able to get a little change there. He picked up 4 on the pickup, 2nd and 6. And we got a Charger shaking up on the play. I think that's the same guy, number 53. Wasn't Lynch the one that hit Jake Hayner? If that's the case, then he got a little karma coming back to him on that one. All right, Brother Thomas said, with all these penalties looking like they keeping the Chargers in it. Yeah, you're right. For a late steal for the win. Hopefully we can prevent that from happening. Thank you, sir. This is for you. Money being made around here. Money being made around here. Rain rollers. Money being made around here. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate you on that one as we keep it going here. All right, Saints at the 31-yard line. Hayner on the center, send the man in motion from left to right. Turns, hands the ball off to Darrell Williams, gets upped it, and not much shaking on that game. And they're saying it's a fumble while Charger ran from up under the huddle with the ball in his hands. The referee saying, no, it's not the case. So it looked like just a yard pickup on the play by Williams. So we keep it going, man. Let's see what the Saints can do. 3rd and 4, Jake Hayner. Let's get this 1st down, fam. Let's get this first. All right, Hayner in the shotgun. Got a back next to him is right. You got 2 wide receivers bunched up there to the right side, 2 to the left. There's a snap. Pressure out, dumps it down. Merriweather gets the first down, and the little something X gets the first down for the black and gold. We keep the drive alive, and he gets to maybe right around the 42-yard line. I won't say the Saints 42. So a dump down by Hayner to Merriweather, man. And Merriweather been doing a lot of positive stuff, man, to be honest with you. Yeah, Merriweather doing some great stuff here. Yeah, man. All right, Saints back up with the ball at the 43-yard line on this side of the field. Hayner under center look like they're showing a bit of the power wide formation, hands the ball off. It's Merriweather, and he pushes the pocket there, pushes the huddle, and gets maybe a couple yards on the gain right there off to the left side there. Not much shaking. The Chargers stop him. Maybe a gain of 2 yards. I don't see much popping there. I don't see much popping on that side of things. All right. All right. Shotgun Saints, 2nd and 7, gain of 3 on the play. All right. Wide receivers, 2 of them to the right, 1 to the left. There's a snap. Steps up in the pocket, throwing the ball deep, and it's a little too far out to Brian Edwards, man. Brian Edwards to the left side of the field, man. It was a little too far up, but I got to give some encouragement to Jake Hayner because the pressure was coming, and Hayner slid up in the pocket and threw the ball. He just put a little too much out front of it on Hayner, and you got to put a little bit more touch on that one. And it was a little too far out front of him. So, yeah, if we had one of our speedsters there, he that'd have been a touchdown there. All right, it's 3rd and 7 now. There's a snap. Hayner, ball out, and is it a catch? It is. Shaq Davis again. Boy, Shaq Davis is making a case. What a hell of a catch from Shaq Davis. Look at that. That was an excellent catch. Shaq Davis comes down with the ball. Good. Look at a throw by Jake Hayner. Just threaded the needle on that one. And Shaq Davis, man. What a throw and a catch, man. Hayner threaded the needle with that one. All right, hands the ball off to Darrell Williams. He can't get north and south. Gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got much on that, if anything. But Jake Hayner threaded the needle to Shaq Davis on the play. And Shaq Davis came up with 2 big catches to keep Saints drives alive in this game, man. But something tell me if the Saints score another touchdown, man, they should be able to stop this Charger team from winning the game, man. Jake trying to get that touchdown. 6 of 10 for 99 yards is his line right now. He's in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers. We got a false start against the goddamn Saints offensive line again. My goodness, man. These offensive linemen they need their pay docked. We need to dock their pay, man. They need to pay us to watch this. False start again, backing them up. Chick-fil-A. Filiaga, whatever his damn name. It's ridiculous, man. Come on now. What are we doing? Man, this is crazy, man. Another false start by the Saints line. This is ridiculous, man. All right, Brother Thomas says, Q, if Shaq Davis gets put on the practice squad, can another team poach him away? They can. They can poach him away if the Saints don't, protect him. Like if they don't bring him on. All right, that's Jake Hayner with the throw. He finds number 34 Williams on the throw. And I don't know if that's enough for the first down as we get in. It just runs at the end of the 3rd quarter. This is the end. So it's 3rd and 10. So, yeah, there you go. So the Saints 3rd and 10 is the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up soon. Shout out to you, Brother Thomas, for the super chat, man. Like hit. Money being made around here. Money being made around here. Rain rollers. Money being made around here. All right, shout out to money being made around here. All right, shout out to KT. Shout out to you. I said, I told you about Shaq Davis, Andre. Yeah, KT, our resident great Saint think tank scout. They put Shaq Davis on there. He talked about him, but that's the thing we know about Shaq Davis is that he got a great catch radius, and He's able to kind of, if you throw or put the ball in his vicinity, he's able to bring it down. He's 6'5". So I mean, and he has good speed too. So KT, shout out to you. Thank you for your super chat, bro. Appreciate that. All right, man. Let me tell you, man. Jake Hayner, Jake the Snake, is that? Yeah, is that's his nickname there? Is that the new nickname for him? All right, KT, thank you for that, bro. Appreciate you.
Money being made around here. Money being made around here. Range Rover, diamonds and rings. Money being made around here.
All right, shout out to the fam on that, man. Appreciate y'all being in the stream on this one, man, as we keep it going. All right, Jake the Snake, huh? He looking pretty good, man. That was pretty good movement that they've been doing, to be honest with you, man. All right, shout out to Brother Prime, man, up in this thing. Uh, Shaq over Smith, Traquan Smith, damn Skippy. Yeah. Traquan Smith is still dealing with the groin injury, man. You know, he's still dealing with a groin injury. And while he's out with a groin, you see A.T. Perry cutting up. You see Shaq Davis cutting up. You see, guys, and this, I don't know if the Saints, if they keep five, it's very possible to keep five wide receivers. It's very possible they can keep five. But you got, how many running backs do you keep? You got 3 running backs. You got 5 wide receivers. You got 4 tight ends. How many quarterbacks? You got 3 quarterbacks. We got to add all that stuff up, and I probably have to do that. Probably do a show next week about, based on what we've seen so far, the 53-man roster, what it looks like. But if there's 2 spots, I don't think they keep 6. But if there are 2 wide receiver spots, A.T. Perry's got to be one of them, and then the other guy got to be a special teams person. It got to be a kick returner or a punt returner, right? I don't think Shaq Davis does that. So I don't know, man. We'll see how it all ends up, but it's going to be a tough decision no matter how it works out in terms of the black and gold, to be honest with y'all, man. So we're going to see how it goes. All right. So anyway, Jake Hayner, and there's the move right there. Ellis Merriweather with the carry there, and it's not much shaking on it. Brings up 4th down for the Saints, and we'll get ready to roll out. The Saints just going to field goal kick these guys into a loss. And the defense is still playing pretty strong in the game. So, yeah, so the family members giving Jake Hayner to Jake the Snake. All right, okay, all right. Yeah, the last time we had a Jake the Snake at the quarterback level wasn't that Jake Plummer? Not Jake Plummer. What's the quarterback from the Arizona Cardinals? And there go the kicker. Will Lutz puts it through, and it goes up 19-10. Will Lutz with the field goal there, baby. All right, so the Saints 19-10, and we just keep on going as they just barely kind of skimming through this. These penalties are ridiculous. Dennis Allen don't look happy. He's kind of bantering about, talking to somebody, but he should be very unhappy. I know he's going to talk about these penalties once the game is over with. To be honest with you, I know I'll be talking and saying a lot about them damn penalties too. It's a lot of penalties, man. Too many penalties and too many field goals in my book, man. All right, so there we go. So the field goal is good. We're up 19-10 on the Chargers, and the way, unless they change the QB up situation, I think the Saints defense should do enough to kind of keep this out of the way, man, as we get into the final quarter of play. Earl, shout out, sees when the last time you seen a QB step in the pocket under pressure? Q, I know you seen that, huh, brother? You seen that, huh? He stepped up in the pocket, and made the throw to Brian Edwards, toward the side. He just put a little too much on. He was a little too excited, when he stepped up. But I seen the pressure coming. He slid up in the pocket. That's something. That's a good thing to see from your rookie quarterback. That means he sensed the pressure coming and was smart enough to astutely slide up in the pocket and deliver a ball downfield. Just unfortunately, it was a little too far beyond, but it's something positive, That's a good thing to watch out for. Jake Delhomme. Did they call Jake Delhomme Jake the Snake? It was the guy that played for the Cardinals. What was his name? It was another Jake. Jake, I forgot his name, but y'all remember it. Who was the quarterback that played for the Arizona Cardinals back in the day? His name was Jake. They call him Jake the Snake, the quarterback back in the day. It wasn't Jake Delhomme. I forgot the guy name. Jake Plummer. Was it Plummer? You're probably right. It probably was Jake Plummer. Yeah, it was Jake Plummer. Y'all right. Tragic. Yeah, there you go. Old school. That's an old school name for your tail, man. Philip said it was Jake Plummer. That was Jake the Snake. Yeah, y'all old school, man. Y'all remember. Y'all absolutely right. Ryan says, Dolph, I love you, but Traquan, I don't think my boy Randolph even defend that anymore. It's becoming quite obvious what's going on, right? Randolph said, I want all y'all Traquan haters to show up when he makes the team once again. My dog Randolph, that's that man cousin, y'all. Y'all gotta understand. You know, Randolph, that Traquan Smith is Randolph's third cousin. Uh, that's his third cousin, man. He gonna defend that man all the way through, man. So even if he don't make the team, he make the practice squad, Randolph still gonna claim that as a victory. See, Randolph don't lose at all. Even though Traquan Smith don't make the active roster, he's still gonna make the practice squad, and then Randolph still gonna say he's still on the team, fam. See, Randolph know what he doing, man. He know what he doing. He know what he doing. See, it ain't gonna work. All right. All right, so we getting ready to get back here on the field. But yeah, the kind of observation right now up to the point the Saints got a lot of penalties going on, but they're still winning the game 19-10. All right, so here we go. The Chargers lining up at their own, what is it, the 36 or 37-yard line, and then to the running back, number 42. Nope, number 42 getting some good yards, man, since they put in there. The little guy can run, man. He got about 4 or 5 on that little gain right there, right quick for him. So Chargers just kind of going to the running attack more. They're using more of the running, less of the pass. Stick don't look like what he's supposed to look like in there, man. They kind of lost confidence in him throwing the ball. You know, one of them drives, they had him 3 straight runs. They wouldn't even let him throw the ball. So he shouldn't. I don't know if you got a new quarterback coming in for the Chargers too. So should be a new quarterback coming in for the Chargers. Shouldn't be Stick in the quarter. We'll see exactly what's going on. I don't know who their quarterback is in there. I can't see him yet, but all right, quarterback under center for the Chargers. They're at the 49-yard line. It was a 1st and 10. Damn, on the game right there. All right, there's a throw and a badly thrown throw to the wide receiver. I don't know what kind of throw that was. Yeah, he got a new quarterback in there, ain't it? Ain't that? No, that's the same. I can't tell. Is that Stick? They still got Stick in there. Yeah, Stick is still in there, man. They letting Stick play the whole way through. All right, I thought they'd probably sit him down by now, man. He's off terribly from the football, man. He looks awful. You know, if he keeps playing like that, man, the Saints gonna walk away with it. We need to put some pressure on him though. In the shotgun right there, Stick. They got a man in motion from right to left, rolls over, and we got a flag down here. So it look like it's gonna be a false start against the Chargers. Yes, it is. So the Chargers finally get a call on them, a false start. They finally make a mistake. They finally get a false start call, backs them up. Wonder if they're going to give them 50 yards to penalties in the fourth quarter, kind of even the gap between the calls that they were making. Be interested to see if they do that. All right. So anyway, 13:45 on the clock, 2nd and 15 remaining for the game right here. Ball throwing and caught, and they get most of the yards back. They're 1 yard shy of getting that first down. So second, it's going to be about 3rd and 1 as he finds the big tight end to get majority of it. So, and they're going to try to roll Sticks, trying to do the no huddle offense right here. And 3rd and 1, they got most of the yards back. He got his running back to his right side, wide receivers, and Stick looking like it could be possible a draw play right here to kind of get him at 3 wide receivers to the left. Got a tight end at the right side, and he's in a shotgun. Walks up, points. All right, makes an adjustments. Let's see what he got going on. He's pointing. 5 seconds on the clock. There's the shot, and it's a draw play. And the Saints smell it out. I smelled it out too. I said it was going to be a draw with all that pointing. And the Saints get them, and they bring up 4th down, and they even lost something on it. They get penetration into the backfield, and the Chargers even lose a couple of yards, and now it went from a 3rd and 1 to a 4th and 3. So Stick is going to stay out there with the Chargers in an attempt to try to get them the 3 yards for a first down. If this fails for the Chargers, the Saints will be on They'll have great field goal position. Man in motion right to left. There's a snap. Stick looking to throw the ball. He got too much time. Pressure coming. Stick running, scrambling, and he goes down. Sack. And that's number 54 on the play. Brings him down on the play. I can't see who it is. Y'all tell me who 54 is on the play. A lot of these backups right here. Saints get to him, bring him down, and sack him on the play. And Stick is stuck in the mud. Saints made sure of it. Saints recover and get the ball short field. Let's see if Jake Haener can get us a TD, baby. Let's get Haener a touchdown, man. Let's get him a touchdown. All right. Scoob on the play. What's up, Scoob? Says Q. Aggressive interior defense is being preached daily. Ryan Nielsen. Ooh, yo. Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. It's interesting, bro, to see the Saints defense still getting after him, man. And that's a positive, man. Especially when you go, Nico Lalos. Okay, thank you, Ryan. Shout out to you, brother. I don't have my card up on here with me. Like I said, I had some technical issues. I don't even got my touchdown music here going. So, I guess that's the thing right here that's kind of helped me out the kicking field goals. Cause I ain't got my touchdown theme music going right now, but don't worry, fam. I'm gonna get it together the next time around. All right. Yeah. That's that stick got snapped. That stick is stuck in the mud, man. Saints defense say so, fam. All right. What's up, Tuck? Says Saints gonna do it with the stick. Yeah. Quavadia said Brian Edwards is saving Traquan the spot. Okay. All right. I would have to say, we talk about the Traquan Smith stuff, y'all. I would have to say that I would have to say no to Traquan Smith because Traquan Smith still banged up with the groin issue. And let me clarify this because he very well could make the team on the practice squad. We know they love him. Also, Zach Bowen, who hadn't really done too much, also can make the team. Remember this third-round draft pick guy? They're trying to hope that these guys make it. Even though I think A.T. Perrick makes it, he just keep doing what he's doing. Shaq Davis is making a case. I don't know if Shaq makes it. I would have to say no. But if you keep 5 wide receivers, at least one of the 5 has to be able to be, to the special team. So one of those guys have to be a kick returner and punt returner. So I have to reserve a role like that for, say, a Lynn Bowden Jr. Remember, it was him between Lynn Bowden Jr. and Kiki Coty. They put Kiki Coty in the street. I think he signed with the Dolphins not too long ago. And then they have John Trey Kirkland, who came here. And then, of course, they try Hugo Amadi in this game at the kick return, the punt return situation. So I would have to say you see what they're doing with Lynn Bowden Jr. doing. I was telling family members like Lynn Bowden Jr. when he was in college at University of Kentucky, he did all of that. He played quarterback, running back, wide receiver. He was a special teams guy. The Saints have imagination. They're going to use him. All right, there's Jake Haener with the play action, and he finds number 88 with the toss to the right side of the field. He picks up a few yards on the play right there. So, yes, indeed. So, yeah. They're showing some plays where the Saints offensive line blowing blocks and, it's a montage of bad plays. And that was the play I was thinking about with Jameis Winston when he got tackled, sacked by number 0 and number 54, the defensive end was there. And the lineman, whoever the lineman was, he didn't block for Jameis. Even if Jameis was able to pull free from that, the other guy had him. All right, Jake Haener's there. And there's the play. And this looks all kind of ways messed up. But number 85 is there, and he gets the first down with the reverse on the play, a reverse play right there. And the Saints looked like that was going to be all messed up, but number 85 makes the play on it. I think that's John Trey Kirkland. John Trey Kirkland makes the reverse and picks up the first down on the play. So 1st and 10 right there as the Saints are moving the ball. All right, 11:20 on my clock. And like I said, the Saints are doing pretty good here. I don't think the Chargers score another touchdown in this game, man. As long as the Saints go up with another score right here, this should do it. Although I think the game is over with another field goal, I think the Saints win the game. But let's make sure we kind of push it and get it all out of the way. Jake Haener under center, pushing to his right, got the power wide formation with Williams in there. Turn play action to Williams. Jake looking, fires to the right, and it's caught, but not for very much. Maybe a pickup of 1 yard off to the right side of the field to John Trey Kirkland again. So not much stepping on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Jake Haener on the play. So Jake Haener, man, looking a lot more comfortable behind his back of the back up off offensive line that they have. right here, and he's doing a good job of getting the ball out of his hand on time. 2nd and 9, Hayner in the shotgun with his running back to his right. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. There's the snap. Hayner looking to the right, fires the ball on time, and it's caught. Is that Jontre Kirkland again? No, that's number 17 right there. That's A.T. Perry. Makes the grab off to the right side of the field. He's a couple yards shy of the first down, maybe 3rd and 1? Yeah, he's 3rd and 1, firing it to A.T. Perry to the right side. So A.T. makes another grab there as the clock keeps ticking for the Saints. Saints need 1 yard, even though I feel like it feels like this 4-down territory for the black and gold. So it's 3rd and 1 right here. Let's see what they do. All right, Hayner in the shotgun, running back to his right, 3 wide receivers to the left, and there's a timeout called by the Chargers. They didn't see something that they liked, and they decided to call the timeout to hopefully kind of get the right personnel in and kind of hopefully bust up. They want to bust up the Saints' momentum. One word, we're going to come out there, get that yard, and keep on marching on them. All right. Yeah, you can tell they worn down. They hands on hips, hot, spraying the cooler in their face, all that kind of stuff. You can see they kind of tired out there. And let's keep the marching on these suckers, y'all. Let's keep on marching on these old Chargers, man. Let's get it done. All right. Shout out to your brother, Louisiana. I think that's Louisiana. Is that correct, sir? You sound like a preschool teacher. All right. So when you drag the sand, all right. All right. For you.
Money being made around here. Rain rollers. Money being made around here.
Money being made around here. All right. Shout out. Thank you, brother Louisiana. Appreciate that. All right. All right. All right. So anyway, it looked like the Saints had the next play. Looked like the Saints are shy of the first down. Looked like they won't get it. We'll see. Like the Chargers stop it. But the Chargers, Saints are centering like they got it. They ain't get the guy and that's just horrible because the big defensive interior man looked like they got it, man. Lewis Kidd got behind him and pushed them on over there. They only needed a yard. It depends on where the referee is going to spot that ball. And it looked like they did. Okay, it's a first down. Lewis Kidd did a very smart thing. He got behind Darrell Williams as Okoye just got right on through. All right, Hayner in the shotgun. Wide receivers, 2 of them to the left. His running back to his left. There's the snap. Looking to the left. Ball thrown to the left. High up over the arms and the hands of wide receiver. Even Shaq Davis, he's 6'5", 6'6", couldn't get a hold of that one. That was a little too much, throwing it to the corner, to the end zone right there. Needed a little bit more touch on that one. I could respect him taking a shot, but that one was that was a bit much. Even Shaq Davis, 6'5", couldn't get a hold of that one. But Jake Hayner taking shots, man. He got guts for a quarterback right there trying to find the big wide receiver. All right, 2nd and 10 for Saints. Power out formation, turns, hands the ball off right there. And I can't see who it was. I think it was Williams, number 34, and he gets a gain of 2. So it'll bring up 3rd down for the Saints. 3rd and 8 now? Yes, 3rd and 8. So clock keeps ticking, 8:50 and ticking down. And as the Saints just keep doing what they're doing, eating that clock, and we lining up for a field goal. They're definitely in field goal range. I would like to see Hayner get him a touchdown in this game. Shotgun Hayner, Ellis Merriweather to his right, Saints wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and the shotgun. 3 of them to the left, matter of fact. And that's a false start for the Saints. Again, another false start against the Saints. Penalty. 66, Lewis Kidd. Lewis Kidd, man, need to stop kidding around and handle some adult business, man, because this is ridiculous, man. We got to put Kidd in timeout on this one, man. We got to put him in detention. But we tired of him making all these mistakes. That's like 2 or 3 penalties Lewis Kidd done got. He's not stop kidding around, man. Let's play at the left tackle position. You usually play at guard, man. This might not be a good position for him at the tackle position, man. Struggling mightily. 3rd and 13, 3 and 13 for the Saints, and we got something else going. It's a timeout. Is it a timeout? Referees blow the play dead. Okay, they're gonna reset the game clock here. So Lewis Kidd need to stop kidding around, man. We need to get this right, man. For real, man. We need to get it together. All right, Keith says they're just refusing to call penalties on. I know, bro. Ain't that you see it too, huh? You see it too. The penalty charges. It's a huge discrepancy in calls. It is not stopping the Saints from winning the game, though. All right, Saints got 278 passing yards to 106. Hayner in the shotgun. Saints from their own 24. They just give up play. Just do a lazy give up play. Draw play up to the middle to give up so they can go kick the field goal. And you can blame that dead ass drive on the poor offensive line with all these dumb penalties. I sure hope they let these guys have it, man. In next week's practices, as Will Lutz rolls out there, 39-yard field goal for Will Lutz. And Will Lutz, man, 39-yard attempt. Let's see if Will can kick it through, man. We need to put it up there, and Will Lutz is blocked. It's a block field goal, and they're making a gesture like it's too many people on the field. You got to be kidding me, man. Too many people on the field. So let's see if this helps us. Okay, it's against the Chargers. Good. So it's a 5. Okay, so it says all right, offside penalty against the Chargers. They give that. Just heard the referee's explanation. 5-yard penalty against the Chargers for being offside, and that saves the Saints. So 4th and 6 now. Let's see the Saints go ahead. Will Lutz gets another attempt at it. Let's see Will Lutz go ahead and kick it through and make and put the lead up to. And there's Will Lutz again getting another opportunity. And no problem. You know, if you give him a second chance, he's going to put it through, and Will Lutz does it. 22-10. Saints are ahead in the game, and 7:38 left. And the way the Saints defense is playing and the Chargers offense is playing, you can basically kind of stamp this one, fam. But then again, you never know in the NFL, right? All right. So yeah, the guy was offside. That helped out as well. So no bad juju on that when the Saints actually get up to 22-10. A lot of field goals, fam. A lot of field goals and a lot of penalties in the game. Nonetheless, we operate. We doing it. All right. So shout out to the fam on that, man. Shout out to y'all. All right, 22-10. All right. Yeah, like they said, like the old teacher. What is the old second grade teacher? Well, Liga said we'll be the talk of the preseason this week with all those flags. You know, we know it's a thing is called winning ugly. I don't know if you call this. I guess you would call this winning ugly, but the only thing I could take away from this, to be honest with you, is the fact that you look at it. You say the Saints had 100+ yards worth of penalties, right, in the game, but they had 0 turnovers. They didn't turn the ball over not one time. They had all these penalties, but 0 turnovers, and they got turnovers. So that's a plus if you think about what I'm saying. So that's a big plus as well. So yeah, so we can talk about that, but at least they didn't turn the ball over and they got turnovers. So that's a big plus. All right, Bobbin with the Johnson says Shaq and Merriweather will be on the practice squad. Yeah. Earl says heartless, gutless call, going for the field goal serves us right. Tuck says we're winning despite ourselves. Lots to work on in camp this week. Definitely gives them some incentive and things to study on tape, doesn't it, Tuck? Marley Mall says if Dennis Allen goes to the podium talking about cleaning up, I know he gonna do it. Yeah, I know 140. I know it's a lot of penalties. It's a lot of penalties, y'all. Y'all right. But like I said, I'm gonna try to look for the silver lining in the cloud. And you can say, we got 140 something yards worth of penalties against the Chargers, but the Saints still winning 22-10, and they got multiple turnovers. They did not turn the ball over. So that is still a plus and something that just points to us having to work on some stuff. Scoop says, Q, should the Saints go 4-0 in preseason? Will we fans adapt to lofty expectations, or can we stay grounded considering a lack of recent success? Damn, Scoop, that was a good one. I just feel like, man, when you look at what's going on with the team right now, yes, a lot of stuff that we could talk about here. Um, they do have, I guess you say, lofty expectations with the black and gold because of all the moves that they're making. It's a lot of energy going on, man, in the black and gold building. And you got Derek Carr here and all this other stuff. So, yeah, it's stuff that there are definitely some expectations, man, even though we're kind of walking with our Glenn Jones on, so but they're stepping up and doing some wonderful things, man. But they got a lot to clean up, man. This won't be an easy transition. A lot to clean up. Discipline is a part of it. We talked about this last year, and into the season. Discipline is a part of it. All right, here go the Chargers right here. The ball's thrown and it's incomplete. The Chargers trying to find him as a quarterback. Stick try to throw it to number 48. He drops the ball, 7:38. There's no rhythm offensively with the Chargers offense right now. They just stuck in the mud or stick in the mud. This better analogy. But yeah, you look at what the Saints are doing in the offseason. Part of it is intelligence and discipline. That helps the success model. We'll see if they can keep that going or at least build more into it. Shotgun for the Chargers from their own 25-yard line. Stick is in there, and he escapes a sack, and he's running, and he's able to get all the way down to their own 45-yard line. He escapes containment, and that's the only way he's done anything with the Saints. That's how he got the last touchdown. The Saints haven't done a good job of keeping containment, and one guy missed a sack on the play. That was Isaiah Foskey, dived at him and missed it. Foskey almost had him. All right, so Stick still throwing. There's another throw right there, and he picks up about 4 or 5 yards throwing to the right side to number 44 on the play, and it'll bring up second down and maybe 6 yards as he found Hoosman, his wide receiver. So, yeah, they picked up 4, so it's 2nd and 6. They're sticking a shotgun. There's a snap looking again to the right side, ball thrown poorly, and it'll bring up 3rd and 6. For Stick. He has zero rhythm right now. Unless he's running with his running out there, they don't have a chance of moving the ball. He just stinks right now. All right. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. So anyway, she said she missed home. All right. You want a shout out to you, Queen. All right. 22-10 Saints. Stick in there. There's a snap. Saints come with the pressure. Ball out down the field, down the center, and it was a bullet. Number 12, Davis, makes the grab into Saint territory. Gives them a new set of downs, 6:29 and ticking on the clock. No huddle offense for the Chargers. There's a snap once again. Saints coming with the pressure. Isaiah Foskey missed them again, but they can okay, the throw is caught right here by Stick extended the play on the drive on the play. Isaiah Foskey missed them again. And Stick was able to kind of extend it. The wide receiver made a play toward the left sideline to pick up a new first down. Chargers now at the Saints' 31-yard line. And now there's a timeout, look like it's being called. It's a challenge flag thrown in there by Dennis Allen. Dennis saying he ain't make the catch. Dennis Allen got a challenge flag in there. The referee was going to let them have it. They're trying to get the game over with. Dennis Allen said, slow your roll. Looked like he might have stepped out of bounds, man. I think Dennis Allen, wasn't Dennis Allen right, yeah? Because looked like he stepped out prior to the ball getting there. Look, he's out right there. Yeah, I won't say the guy stepped out. I'm looking at the replay. Looked like he stepped out before the ball even got to him. And referee was just going to keep it going. Lonnie Johnson Jr. on the play on the sideline there. Looked like his foot is on the line, man. I'm saying the foot was out before the ball arrived. And then he kind of, we'll see. We'll see what they say in the end. So the challenge there, we'll see what the referees come up with. But it does kind of bust their little momentum they had going on for a second. Helps out the Saints kind of get the right personnel in. So if anything, the challenge does help us kind of get the right personnel out there. 5:59 on the clock. We'll see exactly what happens with that. All right. So they saying it's standing. They're gonna say it stands. And the referee wasn't gonna stop it anyway. It looked like his foot was out before the ball got there. Referees, man, they're gonna try to help out the Chargers, keep their little drive alive. But I think we're gonna get them on up out of here. They said stand. I could have swore that the man's foot was out before the ball got there, and he kind of resituated himself, and then his foot was out again. It was on the line. Somebody it's not conclusive. You can see where his shoe meets the line at. So once again, the referees try to help the Chargers stay alive. 22-10. Saints defense got to have something to say about this. A little breakage, hopefully, it break the little momentum that they had going. So let's keep it going and referees get on out the way and let the game go. 5:59 on the clock. Chargers are at the Saints 31-yard line. All right, there's the whistle to get the game going again. Stick in the shotgun, and there's the snap. Saints come with the pressure. Stick throws it to the side, to the right sideline, and looked like he gets enough to get the first down or either close to it. He looked like he reached the ball over the first down marker. I don't know where they're going to put him at, but should be a first down. As he found Davis, the wide receiver. No, they're saying the 2nd and 1, he was shy by 1 yard. Looked like he stepped the ball out over the line. So 5:40 and counting down. And number 2, there he is. Stick is in there in the shotgun. Wide receivers, 3 of them to the left, 1 to the right, and his running back to his right. There's a snap. Saints come with the pressure. Ball's out toward the left side, off the hands of a wide receiver, the Chargers wide receiver. Number 44, I want to say, on the 3rd and 1. So they'll bring up 3rd and 1. Number I can't see the guy's number. Number 88. Nah, number 46. And 46, he put it to him, but he had to reach above his head. You could tell that guy ain't no really great wide receiver for to catch a pass like that. So once again, they have look like 4 wide receivers with the running back. This could be a draw. No, they're going to try to get him to throw it, and the ball is out, and terribly thrown ball by Stick. No, I don't know where he was throwing the ball at, but that bring up 4th and 1 for the Chargers. Stick stinks. And in this game, man, he stinks. 5:21 on the clock. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1, obviously. 4 down territory. And the Saints get him down on the ground on the play. And he just throws the ball around. Jack Heflin, number 95, gets to him and grounds him. 4th and 1 now. This is probably going to be a draw play. And they're going to throw it. Saints come with the pressure. Stick steps forward, and then once again, Saints lose containment on Stick. And he gets all the way down to the Saints 13-yard line. I mean, I thought somebody would keep an eye out on. That's the only way he's moving the ball is he's running. So he breaks containment, runs right up the right side of the Saints line there, right side there, and gets all the way down to the 13. Shotgun there once again. And there's the ball out. It's caught that time around the 10-yard line before he's wrapped up. They're going to say he was at the 12. He brought him down at the 12. Full 48 and count down as he finds number 48. Smart makes the grab. Chargers quarterback Stick pointing and moving people personnel to the left and right, telling them got 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to the right, running back to his right in the shotgun. There's the snap. Ball's out, and boom, with a pop there, knocks him back at the 10-yard line. He goes back to Smart, and I think number 44, Usman. 4:20 and counting down for the Saints. All right, as we keep it going. 3rd and 5 for the Saints defense. Now, something tell me the Chargers, this is going to be 4 down territory for the Chargers. They want a touchdown. They won't settle for no kick here. And there's a snap right there. Ball is there, and it's inside the 5 to the Saints 1 with a catch there by number 12, Davis, to the Saints 1. It's 1st and goal now for the Saints as he finds him. And here's the hurry-up offense for the Saints. Saints have 2 timeouts left here. Let's see if they can get it. And the Stick keeps it and looks like is it in? No, it's saying it's touchdown. Late call says touchdown. So the Chargers get in the end zone on the Saints defense right there. And there we go. So the Saints allowed the score is 22-17, 22-16. They're gonna kick the field goal there. So Stick is it's the only way he making a shake is him running the ball. And yeah, the Saints, and that's the backup guys. You gotta get your head in the game, man. And they weren't even lined up correctly, and the Chargers took advantage of them. I don't know if I was Dennis Allen, I'd probably call the timeout right there. But anyway, it's done. And that's the extra point right here by the Chargers. And they're gonna probably kick it 22-17, making it a game. So 3 minutes remaining in the game. The Chargers just need another score to make this interesting. So 22-17 Chargers Saints. Bunch of penalties, bunch of field goals, but they still leading the game. Only way for the Chargers to win the game is by getting a touchdown here. So we looking pretty interesting here. All right. So anyway, fam, let me keep this going here. Shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all being in the stream as we keep it going. Yeah, this is one of those games where it's gonna come down to it. I thought they had the game wrapped up, and they just broke containment on him twice, and he was able to get that, and then he gets the rushing touchdown. He being Stick, gets it, and all done on his legs. You could damn sure he had a throw in there in the back end of it, but majority of it was his legs. To the Saints had a poor job of keeping the quarterback contained. So yes, remember these are back of the backups. Isaiah Foskey during the drive had 2 attempts to get him down, dived at him, and missed them both times. In 2 different situations, they could have had sacks on the play. So 3:46 on the clock as the Chargers are kicking the ball off, fam. They're kicking it off. And Lynn Bowden Jr. returns it from the end zone. He's still on his feet, gets backed up inside of the 15-yard line. I don't know what he was thinking on that. And this will be a long drive for the Saints. So 3:38, the Saints could waste away the clock. I would like them to go out like a G, which just means score a touchdown. I don't know what Lynn Bowden was thinking on this play. He went back 3 or 4 yards to get. I don't understand what Lynn Bowden was doing, man. Why would you? I don't know. He wasn't pushed. He just cycled back. I don't know, why didn't you just? I don't know. But anyway, 3:38 from the 14-yard line. Saints working. Jake Haener under center. Sends man in motion. Jontre Kirkland. Look like it's going to be a running play. It is. It's a handoff to Darrell Williams, and he gets ate up right at the line of scrimmage, just a gain of 1 yard. A yard gain. Clock still ticking. Chargers have 2 timeouts. Saints have 2 timeouts. And Stick got 2 rushing touchdowns today to keep the Chargers alive in this game, man. So let's see if the Saints can get their second win of the preseason right here. It's 2 and 2nd and 9 right now for the Saints. Let's keep going. 3 minutes and counting for the clock right now. Haener under center. That's the play action, the carry there. And Ellis Merriweather looked like Ellis Merriweather was the guy there. And that'll bring up 3rd down for the Saints. All right. All right. So anyway, the Chargers able to get in there and make something pop. It's 3rd and 6 right now for the Chargers. For the Saints there. 3rd and 6. Let's see what happens with the Saints in the game. Shotgun. And there's the snap right there. Haener looking, balls out, and broken up right there. And that'll send, and that's crazy. Now, a bad throw by Haener, trying to find number 87 on the play. So anyway, and this is not good. Now the Chargers kind of coming alive late in the game. Saints allowing opportunities. That was a poor throw by Jake Haener, almost intercepted. Trying to go to Lucas Krull on a poor throw, terrible throw. Oh man, Yeah, the Saints kind of imploding right now, man. And now they on the punt move now. It's Blake Gilligan's out there to punt the ball off. It's 2:45. They got one timeout now, and it's not looking good for the Saints right now. All right, fam. All right, listen, I'm hold on. They're about to go into a break right here. So, fam, listen, they're gonna go in a break. I'm gonna go into a break right quick. But this is gonna be interesting to see what they do, man. Sticks. That stick rolls out. It's not gonna. I got a weird feeling about this one. Let me take a quick break right here, fam. I'll return to you in just a moment.